Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard the Audire Astra for another Genshin Impact stream. I just realized summer's it's September now. I should probably stop using this model and go back to the default outfit. Hi Cole, hi Cass, Cherry, Emmanuel, Wraith. Good to all see you here today. I am taking a little bit of risk here by trying to stream. There is a possibility that I will be suddenly called away and have to go to work. But hopefully, fingers crossed, that doesn't happen and we can get this thing done. You can spend in September, enjoy it until October. We'll see. I do want to bring back the default model. I just realized I forgot to turn that on. Hope you win the gamble. Same. It looks like it's going to be quiet, so fingers crossed. Fingers crossed no one starts dying anytime soon. You can't wait for the winter model. Cole, I'm not going to have a model for every season. That's too much work. This one was already hell. I went through hell. Oh god, enough of a pain in the neck. It's like that. I reposted a meme. It was like 2D artists finishing their art in one day, and it's just like a 3D artist looking outside at them playing. The one of SpongeBob looking at like Patrick. You trying to get your bestie here? Can you say? Oh no, thank you, Jerry. Anyways, let's get on with it. So, like, there are various things that are locked behind Act 2 of this quest, so I really need to get it out of the way so I can do those things. So, we're gonna get to it. Apologize, I would love to talk for longer, but we need to get moving here. Oh, that's also happy 1K. Thank you, Cherry. Yeah, we hit 1,003. I don't know where people are coming from, honestly. But it's nice. It is nice. I still have to increase my watch hours by about 50%. By about 50% before I can hit that hit partner. So, but it seems slightly more possible than it used to. I'm not gonna say it's like actually feels possible now, but slightly more. Anyways, we're gonna hit the gameplay right now. At 1K subs, Audire is gonna open her Discord no click. So I do actually intend to open up my Discord at some point. Called, there is a specific event I am waiting for and trying to get ready for that. So it hopefully will happen in the coming months. Guys, you start rewatching VODs. Oh, don't bother with that, Cass. You can help by telling your friends though. You can tell your friends that tell your friends about me and they can show up to the live streams. Also, so between streams, in the interval, I accidentally triggered a scene and they noted that Kachina died. Kachina freaking died, guys. But they're gonna resurrect her, so it's okay, I think. My guess is what's gonna happen is, like, she went into the abyss, right? To fight the abyss, and she freaking died. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but earlier in the cutscene, she wasn't there. There's only 4 of them came back. Kachina's still down there, but they're trying to resurrect her now. But I guess is what's gonna happen is that they won't be able to resurrect her. Something's gonna go wrong, and we're gonna have to go down into the abyss place or whatever it is they're fighting. We're gonna have to rescue her. That's my guess. Is what's gonna happen. But yes, Kachina freaking died. I'm so sad. I mean, I don't sound sad right now, but I was sad when I heard the news. I've had time to process it already. I went through all the 5 stages of grief already.
Of course. No one's gonna miss out on the chance to welcome our heroes back from battle. It's their moment of glory. Kachina's gonna
Does
be so
YouTube count
flustered.
live stream
She's
watch
never had
hours?
this many eyes
Oh
on
yeah,
her
it definitely
before.
does. Most of my watch hours are from live streams.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who likes being the center of attention.
Looks like I'm just in time.
Oh yeah, Kanich.
Kanich, you're here!
We also found out that Kanich is like basically like a legendary hero of his tribe, except also he's kind of an asshole and he charges money to do any heroic activities.
Yeah, a commission ran longer than expected, but I made it. I heard about the incident with your tribe, Mualani.
Hi, Justice. Welcome aboard. Good to see you here today. I am Audire Astra, starship VTuber. When your world reaches its end, I will carry you to fairer skies.
Yeah, it's all taken care of. Our new friend
Thank you for
here's got
being
some
here today.
tricks up her sleeve, by the way.
That makes sense
She's
given
just
he's a
as strong as
gamer,
Kachina may or
derogatory.
actually
This is your bestie. Hi, Cherry's bestie. I could have done better.
Hey, look! Is it about to start?
It's nice to meet you too.
That's right. Someone will
How
come
long
out
have you
with
two known
the
each other?
eulogy, and then we'll sing the Ode of Resurrection together. Come on, let's find a spot with a good view. When the singing starts,
Okay,
just follow my
I'm
lead.
really hoping it just goes
Let's go
off
somewhere higher
without
up
a
so
hitch,
Kachina
obviously. Like, we all want Kachina back. But I'm just predicting if I were writing this plot, what would I do?
Warriors of Netland,
Something's gonna go
heed
wrong.
the call of life.
Think of 4 or 5 months? Oh, that's a pretty good
We are
one.
the
That's a pretty good
inheritors of
time.
memory and legend. Those who grew alongside sun and wind.
Speaking of besties, where the frick is Tommy? He said he'd be here, and then he's just not. Okay, Tommy. Very predictable. Very
Those
reliable.
who forged our own destiny and future. That
Chat, are you
is
crazy, or did
Netland's
Milani get
fire,
wetter? It's
the
just the
lifeblood
lighting.
of our nation.
It's just it's because it's noon. It's brighter, so her skin looks lighter. It's actually just the lighting, guys. This just in. People look lighter in bright light. Audire confirming Tommy as bestie. I mean, I don't think that's that big of a news. He was one of the first VTubers I met, and out of all the VTubers I met back then, he was the one that I have known the longest, and the only one that I still keep up with regularly from that time. Your medals, but thank you, Justice. I'm self-made, by the way. All my assets are self-made. Your wife has... No! Quick, stop using the microwave. How do we know the lyrics? How does Traveler know the lyrics? Like, obviously everybody else makes sense, but how does Traveler know the lyrics? Uh-oh. I think I was right, guys. It's going wrong. Something's not happening. Game audio? There's game audio. There's actually no audio right now, Tommy. Yeah, this is my summer outfit. It's my swimsuit.
I could not find Kachina within the Night Kingdom, or locate her ancient name.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Something's going wrong.
What does that even mean?
No. Okay, there's no way we will actually kill her for real. There's no way. There's gotta be a way we can go back
Once the Otis
in there and get there.
The Pyro Archon and resurrected person will emerge from the flames. But something went wrong.
What's going on?
Kachina got lost.
This has never happened before.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Clearly, the team sent to fight the Abyss.
Uh-oh,
didn't win out.
uh-oh,
Think about it.
uh-oh.
The Ode rekindles all victors. We've witnessed it countless times.
Dude, shut up. Stop being rude.
Since the Archon couldn't find Kachina in the Night Kingdom, that must mean there's more to this victory than meets the eye.
Oh, God. The crowd think it's beginning.
Pathetic.
It's beginning.
Both of you.
Your wild guesses are misplaced. We completed our mission.
Maybe you did.
Imagine if
But
she
who's
was
to
the
say
first
whether
playable
that little
Genshin
girl
Death.
even contributed at all.
I would
Maybe she got scared
I would
and
be
ran off.
so mad if they killed Kachina for real. Off screen. Like this.
Why would the YUB recognize someone like her, even if she was?
Oh wait, it's these two guys again. Someone knock him off that. Someone just needs to like teleport behind him. Nothing personal, kid. And just shove him off that railing right now. You shut the hell up about my girl. You
How
shut the
dare
hell
you
up.
insult a hero of Natlan like that?
Can you give a tiny spoiler? So, Sherry, I do not care about spoilers at all, but chat might take care about spoilers. I know there are people in chat who do care about spoilers, so I would ask you to avoid. But me personally, I do not care about spoilers at all.
Kachina sacrificed herself to repel the Abyss. She doesn't deserve to be subjected to your vile rumors when she's not even here to defend herself.
They at least had the balls to kill that one fox lady from Star Rail in a
Calm
cutscene.
down, Mualani.
Honkai is,
The likes of them.
Genshin is, the tone in Genshin is overall lighter than Honkai. So yeah, Honkai, they are much more willing to kill people for real.
To insult
Although
the
I
hero of
did see on
Natlan,
Twitter
the person actually has to be a hero.
some leaks that apparently there is Tingyun is returning as a 5-star.
Think about it.
I don't know what the context of that is.
Really at fault
It's just rumors at this point. So again, big grain of salt.
Or the great
Completely
Pyro Archon.
unsourced rumors.
Why would the rules of our nation suddenly stop working?
It's something about Kachina, and check and figure out if you want the small spoiler or not. Yeah, actually, like, kick him off.
That's true. If she wasn't revived, it must mean she failed to achieve victory. Maybe the YUB interpret victory in different ways?
I mean, that girl didn't look all that strong to me.
The Pyro Archon seems to be deep in thought. Why isn't she putting a stop to the commotion?
Have run. That's not like her at all.
What if Mavuka, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Mavuka? What if she's just like, internally she's just she's got this like stern expression on her face, but internally she's just panicking. It's like, oh my god, this has never happened before. I don't know what's going on. She's just freaking out internally.
She's been waiting for this moment for too long. No matter how daunting the situation.
It could be that she's just not dead, so she can't be revived. That's possible, but apparently her other members of the team said that she died.
Dare try to use this as an excuse to vent your anger or slander her reputation.
Fine. We'll find out what happens soon enough.
Oh,
Then
he actually
we'll see
jumped
who
off.
Truly deserves glory.
Damn. I mean, he's still standing on a relic. He can still be knocked off.
That's
off. Who died? Kachina.
There is no
It's a
doubt
little
about
girl.
Kachina's
She's a very cute
or
little
Kachina's
girl.
part in it. She is a hero worthy of our admiration and
Thank
celebration.
you, not Himiko.
The failure of today's ceremony is undeniable. Kachina has not been rekindled, and I offer you all my deepest apologies.
Bro, she'd be like, oh god, have I lost a child in the abyss? I'm gonna get fired. Help.
To prevent further casualties, I have decided to suspend the pilgrimage until this matter is resolved.
What?
No one is all-knowing. No one is infallible, not even
Oh,
myself.
thank you for the sub. I'm assuming that's justice.
But doubt
I
is the
can't tell.
means by which we seek the truth.
Oh, it
Not
is
a
Justice.
weapon we wield
Thank
against
you for the
others.
sub.
I didn't mean it that way, Archon. I just...
If there are things you wish to clarify, then ask me directly. Doubt my answer if you wish. But now's your chance. You have concerns? State them.
No, of course not.
They're such cowards. Oh my god.
Even though I
Moment
have said
someone with
nothing to
authority
change your
speaks
mind,
to them.
then it would seem the truth never mattered to you at all.
That guy doesn't even have the courage to answer the Pyro Archon's question. So much for all that glory talk earlier.
Kick his butt.
Question, Archon.
Come on, Molani. You just ran past them. You were the perfect spot to kick their butts.
My friend Kachina. Do you have any idea where she is? It's extremely important to me. I know you said
Is
you
that
were
Bayat?
investigating the
Yeah, I
situation.
think these guys are
Sorry, that's
jerks.
not enough.
They had to fight her in the arena, and she beat them, and they got mad. They were salty. They tried to bully her afterwards.
I've already
They
shared
were salty
everything I
little
know.
losers.
If you want to learn the truth and rescue your friend sooner, you should join the investigation. So, what do you say?
Of course I'll join.
In that case, come see me in the speaker's chamber.
We should join them.
Oh, and if it's not too much trouble, could you drop by as well, Traveler? I'd like to have a chat. Rest assured, everyone, I'll keep the tribal chiefs
Literally the
informed
kind of
on the
people who feel
progress
like
of
you
the
can only get
investigation.
away with it when it's a child. Yeah.
Once
They're
again, I
complete
apologize
cowards.
for
They're
the
only
outcome of this
comfortable
ceremony.
bullying
If
children.
there are no further questions, let's part for now.
Did she just ask us to come along?
I believe she did. Let's go. I'd like to know what's going on myself.
All the playable characters are getting together. Also, Justice, if you're still watching, after this cutscene, I'm gonna show you Kachina. Oh, never mind. Continuing cutscene. Never mind. I thought we would get a brief moment where we regain control,
The
but
situation is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Kachina is undoubtedly a hero of Natlan, and I'm deeply sorry this happened to her. There's been unrest in the Night Kingdom, but I don't know what's causing it. As a result, I've been unable to track down her location. Until we find and address the cause of the unrest, the Ode of Resurrection will continue to be ineffective.
so it's not
That
just...
means Kachina won't be able to come back?
That's correct. Not until the problem
Yeah,
with
so
the
this...
Night Kingdom
Okay, so
is
yeah, so
resolved.
nobody can come back until whatever this
How
problem
long
is.
will that take?
It's hard to say.
That was pretty much right. So, like, something went wrong, and now we have to
Kachina
go
always
down
dreamed
there
of fighting
and
the Abyss,
fix it.
of doing her part to defend Natlan.
You gotta join in an investigation to save our
She wasn't
friend from the
afraid of
Abyss.
death
Our friend
because
is
she
currently being
knew
ridiculed by the
if it
public.
came
Didn't
down
realize
to
we were
it,
playing Persona
the
4.
Pyro Archon would be there to
I've
bring
never
her
played
back to
Persona
life.
4, so
Whenever we sat down together,
I'm not sure what
exhausted from training,
that's
she would
referencing.
always hum the Ode of Resurrection.
Oh, hey, this is Kachina. If you're still watching, she's a little green right now, but this is her. Look at her, she's adorable. She's got little mittens and her little ears. Actually, they're probably big ears. No, those are not little ears. Those are big ears. They're big and floofy.
She was supposed to come back to us. We were supposed to hug her and celebrate with her and share her joy.
Aww.
We supported her every step of the way, but what are we supposed to do now? Sit peacefully and wait for her return? Lose ourselves in grief over her death? Tell me,
Okay,
are we her
Milani.
friends or her murderers?
That's not fair, Mualani.
It's all right. I understand your rage and your grief.
I
Kachina's
mean-
life means a great deal to me, Mualani.
When you go to war, you take the
I want
risk,
to bring
right?
her back as soon as
I
possible.
think
I would
Kachina,
that peace of mind if I
like the
could.
burden, the responsibility falls on Kachina. Like she knew, she understood what she was getting
What I have to
into.
say, so I can at least give you a
Sort
broader
of.
picture of the issue
mean,
we are now facing.
If you ignore the fact that she's a child and she's probably like 12 years old or something and cannot give consent. Glossing over that fact. If she
Considering
were
the recent
older.
attack on your tribe, I believe the Abyss has found a new means of undermining the rules of our nation.
Me and Justice are our parents. I hope you take care of her well.
The sacred flame. The foundation of
I mean,
our
in theory, you
resistance
shouldn't
against
die
the
even if you
abyss.
die based on the rules here. So, but that's only true if you win. If the team is wiped out or fails, then they don't actually, nobody can be
We
resurrected.
continue to hold the pilgrimage and send teams to fight the abyss. There will likely be more casualties.
So, like, the risk of dying for real is there.
But if we stop altogether, the sacred flame will only grow weaker. The abyss will scale up their attacks.
Tournament
and
arc?
the tragedy
Hello,
we saw
Sonata,
with the people of the
welcome.
Springs will only be the
I hope
first
your
of many.
quarantine is going well. Also, we kind of finished the tournament arc. That was last stream. But we're in the post-tournament arc right now.
If we compare the two choices, the former seems to be the lesser.
If she died, just give her a fried egg, she'll come back easy. That only works if you're knocked out, not if you're dead.
Bear the name Malipo. Weighing the costs is my duty. The raw truth can be cruel.
Time to send the chumps you don't mind dying. But the chumps aren't gonna succeed. You need to send, like, the best.
But what would you say, Mualani? This is personal for you. And unlike Kenichi, I dare say it's not a simple case of weighing up which course of action is less painful.
Also,
is it?
Mavuyuki girl, can you, like, just finish zipping up your suit? Like, it's actually bothering me just from, like, an OCD perspective. Like, can you just zip it up all the way? I hate seeing, like, half zipped.
No.
Or partly zipped.
I can't choose between them, and I don't want to. Saying that one is preferable over the other is disrespectful to the people who suffered.
Can you just pull that all the way up? It's really bothering me, actually.
You're saying it doesn't matter whether I suspend the pilgrimage. The consequences will be equally painful.
Yes.
It goes well.
What happened to
Okay, I'm
Kachina
glad.
breaks my heart.
Up here, like, watching lots of movies.
Sacrifice other people for her sake.
And that is the crux of the problem. It's not simply a matter of choosing the lesser of two evils.
Alright, just send us to the Night Kingdom. We're gonna
Either way, there will be people
fix
who
whatever it
suffer,
is.
and the end result will be the same. Belief in the pilgrimage will waver.
But it's hot. Oh, you could have just designed it with more cleavage.
Once doubt has crept in, the people will no longer unite in battle against the abyss. And that is exactly what the abyss wants. Their ultimate goal isn't to break the rules that make
Imagine
the
how easy it is for them to fall out without it being properly zipped. I know, right? That, like, if you just, like, if you, like, thrust your shoulders back a little too much, the zipper will just, like, push down and it'll start
What
unzipping.
happened to Kachina from happening to anyone else? We need to suspend the pilgrimage. So that is my current plan. And in the meantime, I've made efforts to strengthen.
I mean, it
each
would
tribe's
stop.
defenses.
It wouldn't actually go all the way down, but it would go down far
We have to
enough.
find another way of strengthening the
Unless, you
sacred
know,
flame to keep
maybe
the
they're, like,
abyss
actually taped up. That's totally possible.
I'll need time to figure out the best approach. I understand your anger, Mualani, but I hope that provided some clarity.
There's gotta
at
be so
least.
much fashion tape for that to work. Exactly.
Paimon thought
Like,
things were gonna
it could just be
get heated
taped
for
up,
a second,
taped
but
up there.
the Pyro Archon took the time to explain everything so patiently.
I owe you an apology, Archon.
For the Pyro Archon, she's actually not much of a hothead at all.
We could always hold the pilgrimage without
Which
sending
makes
teams
sense,
to
she
fight the
is a Himiko.
That way, we would still be able to fuel the sacred flame.
Honestly, skin type zippers is a terrible idea. Yeah. Like, you can catch your skin, and it's so painful when that happens.
The two events have nearly always been linked. Without the chance to fight the abyss.
What if she has to use the bathroom? Does she just gotta unzip the whole
and
thing?
competitor numbers
Probably.
will drop.
Like,
With fewer participants,
girls'
the amount of
fashion,
contending
female
fighters
fashion is,
and the vicious
quite
cycle
often not meant to be practical in that regard.
So, essentially, the Abyss has taken Kachina hostage.
But also, there is a possibility that she isn't human. I know we were told earlier that the Pyro Archon is a human. I'm kind of doubting. I have reasons to doubt that. But, so maybe she's not human and she just actually doesn't use the bathroom ever.
You've learned about the concept of ley lines during your travels, yes? The Night Kingdom is something similar. Staying there for a short period of time shouldn't have an effect on the person. But with the Abyss in the picture, it's a
We've
different
been in the
story.
ley lines before, though.
Your sense of self will be
I'm pretty
devoured
sure.
until eventually you become one with the sea of souls. Imagine pouring a cup of water into a rushing river. You can try to scoop up another cup, but there's no chance it will be the same water you had before. I won't sugarcoat it. That is the danger Kachina is currently facing.
Just like you said, Archon.
Okay, so that's why you can bring people back. So if you die in the ley lines, because the ley lines are inherently souls, it is actually possible to, like, recover the soul before it's been absorbed.
You can focus all your efforts on dealing with the sacred flame. I will go search for Kachina.
The Abyss poses the same threat to you as it does to her. It is very possible you will not return. Knowing that...
When you were a kid, you had a coat that had a zipper on the hood. You used to zip it up and down, put it in a form shaped like a Power Ranger that all ended when you zipped your face into the zipper.
Kachina's waiting for us to
Yeah,
rescue
I
her.
think most kids have had that experience at some point. Well, not necessarily the zipping up and down like a Power Ranger, but the accidentally zipping into your skin. Although, I will say, the teeth on the zipper are, like, it's a huge zipper, and I think, in my experience, the bigger the zipper and the bigger the teeth, the, like, less
Traveler?
lower the risk of that happening. This isn't how it should end for
And
her.
I'll support you in any way I can.
How many people could you revive if you wanted then?
The masters of the
I
Night
mean,
Wind
even
have
in
a
this,
technique that can
so it
extract
seems
the
like
ancient name from the ley lines.
it seems like your ability to resurrect people is conditional. And it seems like there's a time component, so like if they're dead for too long, their soul dissipates and they can't be resurrected anymore.
Night Kingdom. Then comes the hard part. You need to visit the Night Kingdom in person and rescue her.
But isn't the Night Kingdom a land of souls? Can we even go there?
Under normal circumstances, only the consciousness can enter. But there is a way to go there in person. However,
Aha!
know that the Night Kingdom will attempt
We're
to
finally
and the
going
Abyss
to the
certainly won't
afterlife.
leave you be.
That's fine by me.
Same here. Fighting the Abyss is nothing new for me.
So,
I mean, yeah,
the only one who's
weren't they
scared?
just in the Night Kingdom? Or did I misunderstand? Like, don't they go?
Paimon's going to.
Seat Lolly of the
Like,
Masters of the Night
don't they
Wind
go
once
fight the Abyss
created
in the
an
Night Kingdom?
artifact that can be used to communicate with the Wyab. We call it the Spirit Speaker Stone. It was originally used as a ceremonial artifact.
So no
wielded by the
indiscriminate
tribal
resurrection?
chiefs.
No.
But that
I
spiritual
mentioned this
quality
last stream,
also
but
can be used to search for an
in
ancient
the Hoyoverse, there is no way to resurrect someone that has truly died. It's a hard rule.
I'd be hearing about it again so
He
soon.
will, and I don't think he will break it.
Thank you so
So
much.
anyone
for
that
your
has
help,
actually died for real is gone forever.
Your thanks are unnecessary. I will
So the only
offer you
times you can bring
whatever
people
aid I
back is if,
can,
like,
but your
there's
fellowship and
you can play
courage
tricks
are what
with
will
stuff
truly decide
to
the
do Disney
success
deaths.
of this
It's like
operation.
under certain specials. If you die in special environments,
You're the
if you
ones
die in like
I
or
can only
under
focus
special
on one thing at a
circumstances,
time, after all.
but if you just die like in the real world for like get stabbed in the heart and die, that is it. There's
Traveler,
no possibility of being
I
resurrected.
didn't expect our first conversation to be so serious. I've heard all about your accomplishments. Ever since you arrived, I've been hoping to meet you and offer you Natlan's highest level of hospitality.
Aww. She really is a Himiko. She's so nice.
Why?
Why? Is that not what happened in the other nations you visited?
It's kind of complicated.
Things were pretty complicated at the start. And, you know, in the middle. But our reputation's solid nowadays.
That's more like it. After all, I've heard you're someone who transcends fate.
You know
Perhaps
quite a lot
more
about
than
me.
you imagine. But we can talk about that some other time. Ideally, this would be the perfect
She
time
knows
for a
more
drink
than
and
she's
a
letting
physical
on. She knows
ambiance.
so much more.
But there are important things to be done.
Oh, I almost forgot. Atea was wounded in the fight against the Abyss.
Maybe we get Pyro Traveler now. I assume we have to resolve whatever the main story part. Like, I assume we're gonna have to get Pyro Traveler, like, end of next patch, or maybe the patch after.
That's what she asked us to tell you. She said...
I didn't think this day would come so soon. The flames of her life force.
Oh,
I can feel
we
them
can use this to
flowing
track
within
her
the town.
down.
If things were different, the two of us could have enjoyed the hot springs together while she gave this to me in person. We're supposed to be hot spring buddies after all.
Dang.
But don't worry.
Imagine
This
just
talisman
asking
is
out the
a great
Archon
deal to me.
to hang with you in a hot
I'll
spring.
take good care of it. And once this is all over...
Oh wait, sorry. This is Atea, not Kachina. I misunderstood. That was actually her old
You
friend.
said you didn't want to jeopardize the production of
Cows being
contending
cows.
fire.
Yeah.
But that's not at all
So
why
not
you
a.
decided to suspend
You want to be
the
hot spring buddies?
You're right. Even now, the production of contending fire is far from sufficient. The gradual corrosion caused by the Abyss has resulted in a massive shortage of pyro energy, and we're currently at the breaking point, as things stand. The pilgrimage is a lost cause. Suspending it allows us to save our strength to defend the tribes. The Abyss has brought catastrophe to
What
Natlan.
exactly does the Sacred Flame do?
Kachina's
I don't remember
disappearance
that
in the
being
Night
explained.
Kingdom is a direct consequence of that.
We can't let the general public know that.
Like, can you be my hot? Can I be your hot springs buddy, Audrey?
No.
We were talking about
If
gals
the
being
public learned that
pals.
Natlan's
So
destruction
no,
was
Cole,
close at hand,
unfortunately.
there would be immense panic. But if I said nothing at all, they would have continued to question the integrity of Natlan's heroes.
Another simple choice. The latter was clearly the better solution. But you chose otherwise.
I have never subscribed to the belief that the right choice is the one with the fewest sacrifices. Let's go. There's still a way for the Sacred Flame to last a...
You mean?
Yes.
Oh? Okay, so the Sacred Flame, I guess it holds back the Abyss. And once the Sacred Flame goes out, the Abyss will just rise up and destroy Natlan?
The Sacred Flame must never go out. Not only does it strike fear in the Abyss,
It
it's
strikes
also
fear in the
pillar of
Abyss.
Natlan's stability. So until our heroes are ready, I will sacrifice my power to keep it burning.
But that can only last so long. I think we should focus on the remaining ancient name bearers.
Don't let desperation cloud your judgment. Those chosen by the Wyab have already embarked on their destined path. It is for them to decide how that journey
Wait.
ends, not us.
Did he just suggest that, like, we should, like, throw other ancient name bearers into the fire to keep it going? Or we're just gonna start doing human sacrifices now?
Support them.
Even so, for you to make this sacrifice, it's not right.
If not me, then who? No other is capable of sustaining the Sacred Flame. I possess great strength, but I'm not above my people. This is part of my duty.
Oh, so it's like a Nahida situation, where it's like she was sacrificing her power. Wait, what? Wait, what? Now? Really? Now is when you show up?
Natlan,
Okay.
a force to be reckoned with.
I mean, we knew he was gonna show up eventually, but
The secret
Really?
of the
Now?
Leylines is no secret to me. Long have they been destined for ruin.
do you think someone in this group might be double? Oh, hello, Guilherme Gomez. Welcome aboard. I am Audire Astra, starship VTuber.
Remains unfulfilled. What use is the Gnosis in your hands?
I don't know what you mean. But it sounds like this is about more than the Tsaritsa.
Oh my god, she has sunglasses.
Crisis. Someone must pick up the mantle of salvation.
She
Your
has
plan has reached an
sunglasses.
impasse, and now it falls
Wait,
to
let me put on my
to
glasses.
create new rules for Natlan. But before the dawn of a new age, the old must be destroyed.
I I assume that's the end of your speech? Good. People like us.
Oh, it's in the wrong spot.
Blades do the talking!
Oh, they're just going at it. Oh my gosh, just got her in the stomach. She took it like a champ though. Oh, so he's a cryo. Does that make sense? Ice versus fire? Oh, the sunglasses disappeared. It's powering up. Get him! Oh, the fire explosion. Oh, they're doing the too fast to see thing. Oh, flame missiles. Heat seeking, oh, actually cold seeking fire missiles. They're gonna hit him and it's gonna like, do nothing. He's gonna come out. There's gonna be a big explosion and he's gonna come out of it. I knew it. I knew it. Called that one. Oh, their blades broke. Oh. Oh. I think the fire won. Looks like the fire, like it started as ice, but now it's fire. Oh, she got him in the chest. Oh. Oh, he ran away.
Masters of the Night Wind. Send word. The captain and his followers must be apprehended.
Also, poor Kanich. Like, he let her borrow his greatsword and she just broke it. Boy's gonna have to get a new sword.
Are you alright, Archon?
He was a formidable opponent. Exactly what I would expect from the first of the Fatui Harbingers.
Capitano, okay, like, that was not Capitano's full power, though. Like, he didn't even transform. We all know all the Fatui Harbingers have, like, a super mode. They have a magical girl transformation. So, like, he was nowhere near his full power there.
I never imagined someone could match you in combat. If the Tsaritsa sent him here, why would he bring up what happened 5 centuries ago?
Yeah.
Where did you hear the name Gnosis again?
How much does he
So,
know about
a Gnosis is what makes Archons an Archon in Genshin.
The Harbingers are all driven by their own personal goals. The only purpose that unites them is collecting the Gnosis.
Mavwika, give it to me. Kanich, near mom. Mavwika, give it to me. Kanich, fine, mom. Yeah, and then she just broke it. She just
For being here as well.
shattered it into a million pieces. He's never getting that back now. This is why you never let your parents borrow your stuff. They will not give it back. You're not getting it back.
We should shift our focus to the Fatui. If they attack again and we're not prepared, we're
But I
done.
thought she wasn't an Archon. No, she's an Archon. Like, she's the Pyro Archon. She's just...
No, we're running out of time.
We were told that she was human. Instead of, like, being naturally a god.
For the time being. Besides, I'm sure you noticed. The power that came to his rescue just now came from the Masters of the Night Wind.
In other
The what?
words, there are traitors among us.
Not necessarily.
Oh.
This could prove to be a very valuable turn of
So
events.
who's who? I don't know who the Masters of the Night Wind are.
I sensed an unusual presence within him. I'll need to investigate further. Kanich, go to the Masters of the Night Wind and look into who could have aided the captain. Speak to Seat Lali. She should know.
Of course, I'll head out right now. Do you still intend?
So is that one of the tribes?
Yes.
One of the tribes that we haven't met?
Fear not.
Because there's supposed to be 6 Natlan tribes, and we've met 3 of them so far. We've met, like,
Natlan's strength
the tree
has never
people,
rested
the
solely
sea
in its
people,
Archon.
and the dirt people, rock people.
Together we foresaw the only path that leads to our nation's future. We must trust in that vision now.
I mean, so obviously both of them were holding back during that fight. Because Capitano didn't do his transform, and Mavuyuka, she had to, like, save her power for the Sacred Flame. So, like, that was nowhere near either of their full power.
Is everything
She said the
okay,
thing. Oh, Among Us. What about the gamer people? So Kenichi is a member of the
Completely fine.
tree
Just
people.
lamenting the fact that I never got a picture when I could still turn my hair into flames. Too late now. I just hope the others have a safe journey.
Oh wait, are you telling me she can't turn her hair into fire anymore? Aww, that was like one of the coolest things. She better get that power back after this.
What's happening at the stadium? Did something explode?
It feels like the Archon unleashed her power. She must be fighting a formidable opponent.
Also, yeah, I agree with you, Tommy. This Chaska, she has way too much makeup.
Should we go back and check what's going on?
Have faith in
Kachina
the
doesn't have
Archon.
that much time.
She wouldn't lose in a one-on-one
Like,
confrontation.
she is definitely wearing like fake eyelashes. Like, you can't get lashes like that with just a little bit of, you know.
Okay, let's
Like,
just
those are
keep
definitely
mining.
fake eyelashes.
Everyone really hopes nothing goes wrong.
Oh, and you were gaying for her left. No, I wasn't. What? I was just like, hello, look. It's a very different vibe from most of the characters. What do you mean I was gaying for her? Does that mean she just used up the last of her power? Probably not the last of it. But I'm assuming that, like, she's gonna be kind of nerfed. And so she might not be able to face Capitano again. If it comes down to it. And it'll probably be up to us
That's
to
Wayne,
fight.
the tribal chief. Let's head over to him.
Because, you know, obviously Traveler's gonna fight all of the Fatui Harbingers.
Nice to
So
see
that'll
you
be,
again,
so because she won't be able to match him anymore, it'll be up to us.
I'm afraid we
to
don't
fight
have
him.
time for pleasantries, so I'll get right to it. We're here for this.
Why
spirit
he's
seekers.
named Capitano? So all of the Fatui Harbingers have a title. It's not their real name. They have a title that is based on one of the archetypes of Italian opera.
Whoa, hold
And
on a
one
second.
of those character
Please tell me what you
archetypes
mean
is the captain, Il Capitano.
My friend Kachina is trapped within the Night Kingdom. We need the stone to find her ancient name and rescue her.
They're Italian? Yes.
Rescue her from the
That's
Night
what the word Fatui is from. Fatui is Italian for fools.
That's right.
Hold on, where is it? Are you going to do like cook at the I cook at the
Someone needs to
pizza?
tell you what you don't want to hear.
I cook at the pasta.
A mature warrior would never make such a foolish decision. The nature of battle is unpredictable. You never know how it's going to end. Losing a friend is tragic, but when that happens, the best thing you can do.
Well, she's
is
not
focus
lost
on how to
yet.
prevent further casualties.
I appreciate what you're trying to say, Chief Wina. But if the price of maturity is abandoning a friend in need,
TT.
I thought you might say
Sonata, do you not like the Italian memes? Wait, you're not Italian, are you?
Is something wrong, Wayne?
I thought you were American.
This doesn't seem like you.
Or are you like
Fighting to
Italian
complete
descent?
without taking risks. That's always been your mantra.
It's nothing. The Night Kingdom is a dangerous place. Can't blame me for checking if you were up to the task. If you're that determined, far be it
I
from
like,
me to stop you.
so like, I don't think Chaska's up to that level, but I just sometimes I see these women and they're just wearing like the most absurdly long fake eyelashes. It looks like they have like small bushes on their eyes, and like I don't even know how they see with those on. It's insane. I was like, what drives a person to put that on their face? Like, it does not look good at all. Like, what kind of fashion trend compels people to do this to themselves?
She's always the one people call to resolve
Wait, where was this?
conflicts.
It was at work,
We slowly
actually.
got to know each other that way. Her younger sister Quichi's always hanging around our
Bush
tribe
eyebrows?
too.
Well, I'm not talking about eyebrows. I'm talking about eyelashes.
Oh, you have a younger sister?
Yes. I'll introduce you to her sometime.
Is she also going to be a playable character?
Let's get back to business. Wayna, how do we use the stone?
Yeah, Chaska's eyebrow or eyelashes are just a little
As you probably know,
longer
your
than
intended
you
destination is
expect out of most
completely
Genshin
different from the
characters.
real world. The Night Kingdom is like a river flowing with
Yeah, you don't get why you put on more
The ancient
eyelashes.
name you
What's the
seek is
point?
like a tiny fish
Well, the
swimming
point
in
is to
a
make
stream.
your eyelashes look thicker and fuller,
The stone is like a
and it
fishing
helps
boat
draw
drifting
attention.
downward.
It helps outline the shape of your eyes. Same deal with eyeliner. It helps outline the shape of your eyes and make them more prominent.
We couldn't do that
And
ourselves.
when done well, it works. I think it works. When done well, it looks really nice, I think. Like, I'm not against
I'm
makeup
Sure you could. You have the
or
strength
something.
and the talent.
Like, what,
If you want to
but
make sure this works, though,
there's
I
definitely
could recommend someone to you.
a point. The point, like, I think a good fake eyelashes should, like, you should still look real.
Vichama, a legendary warrior and scout from our tribe.
Is your younger sister single,
He's got a keen eye and a
Chaska?
well-honed intuition.
I
Even his
mean,
ancient name means
so
to
far
seek.
all the playable characters are single, I think. I can't think
Want
of...
him on the boat.
Bichama?
I can't think of one that actually has, like...
He's one of Auntie Atea's hot spring buddies. I've heard stories about him.
Are any playable Genshin characters actually, like, in a relationship? I don't think so.
Where can we find him?
Ever since Malco passed, he spends most of his
Man,
time
tights are
gazing out
great.
at
You should get a tight
scenery from
outfit.
the cliff tops.
No, never happening.
Follow the path
Never
that
happening.
way, and I'm sure you'll find him.
Thank you. We'll go look for him there.
Good luck.
Look, even if one day I
everything
cave
goes
in
well.
and get bunny suit art, I will still find a way to put a skirt on it. Okay, okay, that was commissioned art. That one doesn't count. I was also a skeb, so I had like no input into the design. So also, yeah, that doesn't count. Designs I have control, they'll never happen for a design I actually control. You mean your actual Resplendent outfit? That still had a skirt. That wasn't just tights.
Ah, that must be him. Hello there, are you Vichama?
That's me. Did you need something?
Yeah, one side is from Sicilian herders. They were actual plebs. Goat herders. Oh,
You're saying
I'm sorry, Sonata. I didn't mean to offend you with the pasta memes.
No, if you really think about it, anything's possible in that kind of place. But that would mean...
Are you okay? You don't look so good.
Everything's fine.
But yeah, eyelashes.
I'll help you, but I do have a small request. After I help you find Kachina's ancient name, I want to use the stone to look for my friends as well.
Oh no. Oh no. We're gonna become a everyone's gonna want their friends back.
Oh, why not mention someone named Malco? Is that who you're talking about?
Oh no, go in on them, you left for hurries. Ah, okay.
Yes, but I'd rather not get into it if it's
I
all the
cook
same.
at the pizza. I cook at the pizza.
That's not a problem. We agree to your request.
I can't wait for skin type catsuit. I agree. Never happening, Cole.
Yeah.
I'm not even.
Since you're helping us find Kachina's
I'm not the biggest fan of catsuits.
it's only right that you return it.
There's sometimes I can see them work, but just in general, there's not a lot you can do with them creatively speaking. Never say never. Okay, Cole, remember what I said. Never in a design that I have control over. What the heck are these? Like horns? You are an artist. Also, Cole, I don't think your art style is
almost like an abyssal pylon. Both connect the Night Kingdom to the living world. Once the
an
connection is
abyssal
established,
pylon.
the abyss will come surging through the opening like a predator honing in on the scent of blood. So we have to be sure
So
not to
we
use it
gotta
in
find like the middle. We gotta do this in the middle of nowhere.
All that just from
Quick to the Sumeru Desert. Let's go to the Sumeru Desert and just unleash the abyss there.
You said someone named Lali invented this. They must be a genius. I'll go find an open area and start setting things up. In the meantime...
Okay, now we're staying in that land.
First, I'll need some hook ropes. Pretty much every store around here.
What's the sexiest you'll go?
No need to go anywhere special.
I take offense to that, Cole, because that implies my outfits are not already sexy. I just have a different idea of what is sexy.
Kachina's ancient name? How does that work when one's tangible and one's not?
By creating something tangible in our world, like a net, we can create a connection to a corresponding concept in the Night Kingdom. Basically, I'm going to use the concept of a net to catch something equally
okay.
an ancient name.
Okay, here comes the part of the Hoyo game where we start dealing with conceptual BS.
I see.
My favorite.
What about the second thing you needed?
Right. I need two chunks of obsidian. Once we bring the ancient names into our world...
But they're not what someone would first think of. I know, and I object to that. Look,
you can only get obsidian from the children of Echoes.
I genuinely think girls are hotter when they have more clothes on. Just stripping does not actually make girls sexier. Okay, just showing more skin is not the same as being sexier. That is the hill I will die on.
Oh, and you can send someone with me if you want. In case you're worried I might take the stone for myself.
What do you think, Chaska?
There's no need. Lena spoke highly of you. That means you're trustworthy.
See, now you know how a nun's habit is hot. No, it's not.
I appreciate it.
I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean that you can just like wear a blob. That doesn't mean like anything is sexy. Okay.
I'll see you in a bit.
There's gotta be you gotta have some style.
What an odd guy. He seems so defeated, but also really invested in the stone at the same time.
I don't have any more insight than you, Paimon.
Wait.
Let's just focus on the preparations
I
for now.
mean,
Hang on, Kachina.
is he, is he sus? Is he Amogus?
Hello. Do you have any hook ropes for sale?
There's a lot to unpack there. It's okay. So I know this is I know I'm in the minority on this take.
Yes.
The typhoons here aren't stopping.
Stock?
Oh, hello, Alex. Welcome aboard. I hope you're staying safe.
The whole thing? Let me see. That would be 30,000 more in total.
Deal.
Wait.
What, you want me to drive down the price? We just need these as fast as possible.
We don't got time to bargain.
Oh, no problem at all.
Can't believe you just said that, Audire. What?
Ropes are usually used by
I know how most people are.
If you want to learn, Roka's the person you want to ask.
The old one just passed after a week of floods, and now another 2 typhoons will arrive soon.
That's everything.
Jeez.
Here you go.
Oh, the Amogus?
Now we need
Oh.
the obsidian. Let's go talk to the traveling merchant Bichama mentioned.
Isn't that what they're called?
Excuse me, do you sell obsidian?
Why, yes.
Wow, Cole, rude.
Right over there.
None of you are with you on it mostly?
Is that the
Okay.
only one, though? We actually need two.
Technically, they're called crewmates. Oh.
Tell you what,
I just hear everyone call them Amoguses.
here and we'll see what we can find.
I thought that's just what they were
We'll
called.
wait here.
Crewmates is a little too generic. Like, you'd have to specifically say the Among Us crewmates.
Relax. Everything's going according to plan.
I know, it's just...
That's like calling
Chama feels
Link
the same way about
Zelda.
his friend that I do about Kachina.
That's like a deliberate
I
meme.
hope this chunk of
No,
obsidian
that's like a
doesn't go far.
deliberately calling them wrong.
Always carries
But
all
like,
sorts of shiny
it's like,
stones with her. If
I think I first saw it when people were like doing all those, doing like, there was like a meme art tutorial where it's like, how to draw, you know, a crying anime character. It was like, draw an Amogus with big shoes.
Well, would you look
And
at
it's,
that?
and like, I just saw everybody referring to them as Amogus.
Here you go, young lady.
I was like, oh, okay.
How does it look?
I guess that's what they're called. I admit your preferences lean skimpy. Yeah, I know, Tommy. Midriff revealer.
If you hadn't shown up, these stones would have just sat here collecting dust. I'll take 3,000 mora for both. Here you go.
Aw.
By the way, I
I
heard
just,
you mention
Kachina would have a bunch of rocks. If Kachina were here, then we wouldn't have to buy rocks. Oh. Oh.
How's he doing? Malco's been gone for 5 years
This
now.
reminded me of her.
It's about time he
sad.
started to move forward.
Do you know what happened between them?
There's more to that message, Space Lady. I know, I read the
I
rest.
heard about it in passing while I was out drinking one night, but I don't know all the details. Bichama and Malco grew up together.
That eye mechanism must be so heavy.
Malco was an amazing
Not necessarily.
capable of knocking out multiple opponents in a single hit, while Bichama excelled at scouting.
Oh my god, let's just stop. Do we have time for this? Do we really have time to this while Kachina's soul is literally disintegrating as we speak?
But on the eve of battle, the Abyss launched an
Do we have time to learn about these random NPC right now?
an injury to his leg while attempting to rescue someone.
Then what happened?
Skimpy can be alright, but nothing beats Shapelet that you can tell from underneath. Think Victorian made
The
outfit.
team agreed that he
Okay, if
could
you're talking about
fight
like
Abyss in his condition.
actually, okay, so actually Victorian maids like weren't that shapely, Cole. I think you might be thinking more French maids.
Bichama didn't argue. He knew going to the front lines with an
I
injured
think
leg
particularly
would make him a
excited on the
good
kind of
hand.
outfit. I mean, Skimpy can have the appeal of whatever outfit.
With the pyro, it's just
Also, speaking of covered being attracted, the amount of leggings, yoga pant wearers you saw on your vacation.
far exceeded anyone's expectations.
Aha, Tommy.
The team made an error in judgment, and they fell to the onslaught. Vichama went into a deep depression after that. He blames himself for everything.
It was an
We are
impossible
not wrong,
situation.
but it's possible he chooses to blame himself, not because he did
So
something.
mostly art. So again, like when people say when you say Victorian maid, what people actually mean is like French maid.
I've tried convincing
Like French maid outfits and Victorian maid outfits are like two very different things.
dwelling on the past.
Like French maids are the ones that are sexualized. Victorian maids are just
Never heal.
maids. Like they're just
Something he could do.
they're
to
not
make
sexual at
himself
all.
feel better. But anyway,
Like they just look like the outfit of a peasant servant because that's what they
appreciate it.
were. You know, French maid outfits were the ones. Yeah, they had the short skirts and the lace and like the fluffy and like the bonnets. Like those are French maids. Victorian maids didn't have those. Like most classical maid outfits, quote unquote, are like a variant of the French maids. Also, where is this place? What? It looks like I could go down from here, but I guess not. Oh, okay. I'm like underneath. Oh, we have to climb this. Okay, Milani's not help. Here, we're gonna bring up Kachina. Kachina, no, my girl. Justice, if you're still here, here she is. In all her glory. Look at her, she's so cute. Her cooldowns are really long though, unlike Milani. I wish her cooldowns were shorter. Look at her. Adorable.
Did you get everything?
Hey, wait, what's Kachina's doing here? Because she's in my party.
Yep, it's all here. When do we start?
I've made all the necessary adjustments, so we're good to go. As agreed, I'll help you find Kachina's ancient name, and then you return the favor. Go ahead.
Are you seeking your friend's ancient name for the same reason as us?
After Malco fell, I scoured the battlefield to see what happened. It turned out he wasn't bested by some impossibly powerful foe. He was dragged to his grave by the sheer number of enemies. If I had been there, I would have been able to sense the danger. I could have warned them not to advance. I've always blamed myself for what happened. But when you told me about Kachina, I realized
I don't know, man.
For survival in
like,
the Night Kingdom.
Mavuyuka's made it sound like this was a very time-sensitive ordeal.
Life within the Night Kingdom eventually becomes one with the Sea of Souls.
There might not be much hope, but I still have to
Yeah,
try.
okay, thank you,
Malcolm
Paimon.
and I promised each other, even if we never managed to root out the Abyss for good, we would fight together until the end. All right, let's get to it. I'll start searching for the conceptualized version of Kachina's. Make sure you prepare yourselves for battle. As I said, the stone will link the mortal realm to the Night Kingdom.
Oh, I thought they were just gonna like, open up a portal and we were gonna go through it. This is
Golden thing. It must be one of those fragments Vichama mentioned.
this is I didn't realize it was just gonna like transform the area here. This is not exactly what I was expecting, but I guess from a gameplay perspective, this is
Whoa, monsters incoming! Watch out, everyone!
wow, I missed. I completely whiffed.
Stabilize. I will have order.
Haha, this one's got your name on it! Hiya! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love. Feeling lucky? Ha! Cha! Hiya!
Eat shotgun.
How much longer, Vichama?
Not long. We're getting close.
Yeah, see this? This here is my boomstick.
Take it easy.
I can't get that one. Okay. Vichama is a vile name? Huh, god of death, what's a coincidence? Is he the traitor? Oh?
on Kachina's ancient name. Hang in there, Malco.
Uh-oh.
Just a little longer.
Uh-oh, something's gonna go
Abyss is
wrong here.
getting stronger.
Something's... Uh-oh.
The abyss is corroding his body. Vichama, you can't keep going. You'll die.
Ah,
5
okay.
years ago. I just need a little more time. Please, I'm almost there. Thank
I'll
you.
help you buy some time. Oh, it's a mash the button thing. Ah!
Whoa, watch out! The power of the abyss is strong.
I'm not gonna purify him. Ooh, was not expecting that.
Power.
Hanging in there?
Audire's mashing is... It's true, I've never been good at button mashing.
Why can't I find him? Why?
We can't wait any longer. Pull him away from the stone, Mualani.
I already tried, but the power of the abyss has him in a chokehold. It's like he's tied to the stone with an invisible rope.
I mean, we already established it was a long shot.
No choice. I'm sorry, Sea Molly. Get back!
Chaska, wait!
Oh. Oh, I thought she was just gonna, like, shoot him. She destroyed the
Ouch!
thingies.
What happened just now? It looked like the spirit speaker stone was...
The stone's power was spiraling out of control. The only way to stop it was to destroy it.
Oh. Yeah, I thought she was just gonna, like, shoot him in the back.
Caught in the shockwave of the explosion. You might feel dizzy for a while, but that's normal.
Oh, what's the point of having 2 Geos on your team? So, first off, you get a bonus for having 2 of the same type on your team. And the second thing is that having 2 characters who are of the same elemental type means that they can generate energy for each other, which is more efficient. It helps your primary DPS
Not everyone has your
get their
reflexes,
energy back
Chaska.
sooner.
We were this close to getting dragged into the explosion.
Okay. I'll be more careful next time.
At least Kachina's ancient name is still in one piece. Wait, where's Vichama?
He died.
Vichama!
Oh, he's alive.
Vichama!
Unexpected.
Find Malco's ancient name. It must be completely gone by now. Once your ancient name disappears, there's no coming back. From the very beginning, I knew there was a slim chance.
Oh yeah, I guess that's the other component of what makes it possible to resurrect people. Like, they have these, like, ancient names.
It's too late to save him.
Like, I guess the ancient names helps preserves your soul a bit.
It was already too late.
And so, for when you die. And I guess if you don't have an ancient name and you died in the Night Kingdom, you would still just, like, die instantly.
Condolences over the years. Let's just give him some space.
Huh? What's that in your hands, Vichama? It looks like something's glowing.
Huh? This is...
Wait, did he get it? It's gonna be like a last message or something, right? Like a final memory.
Hey, Malco.
Ah, yeah. It's like their last memory.
Say a few last words? Sure. Too bad. No one will get to hear them. I never thought I'd actually die on this mission. Not that I'm afraid to die. It's just hard thinking about my mom's face when she hears the news.
Guess I have something to be thankful for then. My parents died a long time ago. They won't have to mourn me. Pisak!
What?
Me at everything, didn't
He
you?
just died like that? He just...
Right to the end, you were never one for goodbyes. Maybe you're right. Maybe no one will get to hear our last words.
Aww.
Just in case. Vichama, I'm so glad you didn't come with us. Don't be sad. Just keep on living. For the both of us.
Aww.
Was that?
Yeah, I figured it would be like a blast memory or something.
After all.
Of course. Seeing him, hearing his voice again, it makes me...
He had survivor's guilt?
unbelievably
Yeah.
happy.
I mean, of course he did.
But it also brings with it an even deeper pain.
I mean, well, at least that should help him get over it, right? Knowing that's what his last words were.
Malco was always the type to put on a brave face. But in that memory just now, his hands were shaking.
I can't believe that's how that other guy went out, though. He just said a sentence and like...
For all these years, I regretted not being able to fight alongside him to the
Really
end.
reminds you of Bones in the Ocean?
And now
What's
I
that?
know, at the end of his life, he was thinking the same thing.
Vichama.
I'm fine. Actually, I heard Chief Wyna wasn't really on board with your plan to go to the Night Kingdom. When you asked for my help, I hesitated too. I knew helping you find your friend's ancient name meant leading you one step closer to danger, but I also understood why you had to try. Everyone has regrets in life, but not everyone gets the chance to make up for them. Once allowed to fester, guilt strips us of our most valuable qualities as warriors. In that sense, we might as well choose the braver path from the very beginning.
A more courageous...
If I could do it all over again, I would have followed Malco to the front lines no matter what. Even with an injured leg, there were still things I could have done. That way, even if the outcome stayed the same, I still would have fought alongside him to the end. There are critical junctures in life, and if you don't seize the chance to act...
Well, okay, so that did not help him get over his survivor's guilt at all.
I had to learn in hindsight. But you're still at the crossroads of your journey, so...
Yeah, that did not help at all.
Vichama. I feel even more determined now. Kachina will come back to us. I'll make sure of it. I promised I would find her, and I intend to keep that promise.
Like, didn't we find her already? Like, we got her ancient name, right? Wait, what do we have to do with it now?
Enters the body. A portion will fuse itself to your internal organs. Even though the traveler possesses powers of purification, the corrosion...
How do you know this?
Eradicated.
You've known us for like 10 minutes.
Thanks to her, though, you were only briefly exposed. Slowing your breathing and controlling your emotions should help you keep the symptoms in check.
Like, what do you know about our powers of purification? Okay, Chaska. A song about a captain rowing a boat to where his ship
That does make me feel better.
and his crew perished, but he survived. He plans to drown himself there to rejoin him, but their ghost appears before him before he does, and tell him he doesn't owe them his life, asking that he lives on in their stead.
Anyway, we've recovered Kachina's ancient name, so we're off to a great start. Let's get Vichama back to his tribe and tell Wyna the good news. Oh, and apologize for destroying the Spirit Speaker Stone. We had no choice, though, so he'll probably understand. Right?
Probably. I mean, technically it's Vichama's fault, so... If worst comes to worst, we can just blame him.
Koichi, are you really gonna just stand there like that? I don't know what you want from me.
I think you know exactly what I'm trying to say, Uncle Wyna. I can hear it in your voice.
Honestly, it's just one thing after another with you two. They're back.
Koichi?
Oh, what's she want?
What are you doing here?
Wait, is that her sister?
Don't play dumb with your own sister.
Ah,
You
yeah.
know exactly why I'm here. My apologies, everyone.
Unfortunately, not a playable character.
For a few minutes, you come with me.
Damn. She's getting bossed around by the little sister.
I'll be just a moment.
Okay, why does she have elf ears and her sister not?
Koichi, Chaska's younger sister. Although the two aren't actually related by blood.
Ah,
it's kind
okay.
of a long story.
Not blood sisters, stepsisters.
It's not really my story to tell, but I guess it's not a secret. You see, Chaska was actually raised by cuckoo sores.
What?
She was afflicted with a rare disease when she was a child, and abandoned in the wild as a result. The Abyss found her out there, all on her own.
Damn, these guys practice
But in the end,
Oh, they just
her will to
practice child exposure, infanticide by exposure.
but it also planted a seed of conflict within her. Eventually, she was
Oh
adopted
yes,
by the
bonk
cuckoo
Cole.
source. Wherever they went, she followed, getting into fights right and left.
Okay, is that why she has elf ears?
For some reason, Paimon can totally imagine that.
Well, when Chaska finally returned to human society, it was Koichi's parents who adopted her. At the time, Chaska still had a habit of getting into fights, so Koichi was always taking her around, apologizing to everyone.
Ah, I remember those
And
days.
then she developed a
One of those
love
fights
for
was
makeup.
Definitely with me. But, you know, kids. You're fighting one minute and your friend's the next. Eventually, she found a way to rein in that
If you
desire
gotta
to
get
fight.
rid of a baby, why not just leave them in the woods for an animal to eat them? No hassle.
She's known
I mean, it was a common practice in pre-industrial times.
It sounds like she still argues with Koichi, though. Don't siblings
I'm
usually
just
stop
surprised they
fighting
would
when they
actually
grow up?
reference that.
That's partly my fault. Koichi asked me to stop Chaska from doing anything dangerous, but you probably know by now.
WTF?
Once Chaska makes up her mind,
It was really common. Like,
there's no
so,
changing
like,
it.
do you know the story of Moses? Like, how his parents put him in a basket in the river and let him float down the river? Like, that was a common practice. But, like, there was no expectation that he would be picked up or found by anyone. They were just trying to, like, normally when you do that, the infant just dies, just drowns.
Oh, I
Like,
get
that,
it.
like these,
No wonder
it's
you tried to
really
talk us
common
out of going
practice
to
back
the
then.
Night Kingdom. Chaska even said that
That was really
wasn't
common, huh?
I'm all for your adventure. You need to take risks.
Yeah,
when
it
you're
depends
young.
on the different
By the time
cultures
you're my age,
approach it
couldn't
differently,
attempt
but
something
generally
like that even
speaking,
if
yeah,
you
in a
wanted to.
pre-industrial society,
Better try now than live with
if
regrets later.
your family, if your family had a baby that you could not take care of, but you tried to take, it's like, keep in mind here, life was really precarious back then. If your family has a baby that you can't take care of, trying to do so would just result into your entire family starving to death during the winter. So, of course, you don't try. You just leave the baby. And basically, every animal also just does this naturally. Every single animal, basically every single animal will abandon their children if
Put their life on the line.
if they're too stressed out, and not taking care of them would mean dying themselves. It's evolutionary. It makes no sense to try to do. Adoption? Who would adopt? Yeah.
All right. It's just
In pre-industrial times, Tommy.
1 minute to
Okay,
explain
I need to put this number in perspective. Put this into perspective. In pre-industrial time, the average family has between like 8 to 12 children. And of those, about 2 on average would make it to adulthood and have their own children. And that kept the population stable. That's how you kept the population stable. So, in that times, on average, most people died as children. So, you can imagine like being a parent and like knowing most of your children will die. If you're imagine like being a child and knowing most of your siblings will die, even if you live. That's what life was like back then.
You don't have to approve, but you should know I only do what's necessary.
That attitude
And
is
also,
exactly
so
the
like,
problem.
I actually want to bring this up because like, sometimes on Twitter or other places, you see people talk about like, oh wow, you know, people for thousands of years we didn't have, you know, vaccines or, you know, gluten-free foods or whatever, all these sorts of health things, and people were fine for thousands of years. Sometimes you'll see that people say that on Twitter, and sometimes they were not fine. People were not fine. Because if people had one of these diseases, like gluten intolerance, you had allergies, you had diabetes, you had any of these diseases that we can treat, you were not fine. You just died, and your parents would have more children to replace you. Okay. People were not fine back then.
Well, technically I am going abroad, right?
That's horrible. Yes. But that's what, like, it's really hard for us, like, living in modern society to conceptualize just how bad things were before, you know, modern agriculture, before modern medicine and industrialization. Like, things were terrible back then. So when people talk about like, oh, this is how people lived for thousands of years before modern technology, screw them. Do you want to go back to those times? Let them do it to themselves. But do not listen to them. They are idiots.
We
Hang on, I gotta...
agreed, didn't we? There are 4 levels of danger. If it's not something urgent, you can only
And I
engage
gotta
in level 2
something
danger
on my
and below.
phone.
You can only go up to level 3 if a situation is so dire there's absolutely no alternative.
Okay, there's nothing urgent.
But a trip to the Night Kingdom? If that's not a level 4, I don't know what is. And you were just
Yeah, okay, that's my rant of the day.
What do you mean, sneak into the place? I always planned on walking in there with my head held high.
You bought off Uncle Wina, didn't you? He promised me he'd stop you from doing anything dangerous. Oh, it's like he didn't even try.
You feel like he went back on his word. What if I told you my mind was made up, and there was nothing he could have done? Not even by force.
Oh,
Really? That's what they're fighting about?
I tried to say something, but you didn't listen.
This is important. If you were in my shoes, you'd make the same decision.
I hate this. I don't like it. Like, the unreasonable.
And I handle logistics.
I don't like it when people's loved ones are just freaking about protagonists putting themselves in danger. Especially when, like, they're the only people that can, you know, save the world.
What do you mean, anything else? Why don't you reflect on what you've done?
I think we both know what she's going to do here.
Time out. Is this one of our normal arguments or a serious one?
Chaska, does it sound like I'm joking?
Then you need to know something. What happened to Kachina was partially my fault. I can't leave her there to die. That's not who I am.
But the person
Well, clearly, Chaska did not.
That's a different issue. You said it yourself.
Chaska is also clear. Chaska clearly did not pick up her makeup habits from her sister. Also, what do you mean, like, when she loses control? She didn't lose control. What are you talking about?
Managing your condition is equally important.
Okay, so she's also got a condition.
All right, let's stop.
Like, she didn't lose control. She was in control the whole time. What are you talking
I have
about?
to get serious. And I think Wina prefers his roof attached to his house.
Is that a threat? That sounds like a threat to me.
Koichi! Younger sisters are supposed to listen to their elders.
I can see Chaska's got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, doesn't she?
Going to go. No matter what I say, I'm supposed to be your sister.
Then support me. I'll be back. All you have to do is wait.
Chaska. So, that's it. Why'd you have to turn out to be so...
No offense, but you'd be freaking out too if your brother was going to the nightmare dimension of damsels. I know, I understand. I don't think it's bad from a realism perspective, but from a story writing perspective, like, I'm not saying it's unrealistic or it's like a bad characterization. I just find it annoying because, like, we all know what's going to happen. Like, we all know the protagonist is going to go, no matter what. So it just kind of feels like a waste of time.
Something you wanted to say?
I know you aren't
Like, just from a writing perspective.
You two sure are similar.
It's like the moment that started, like, we knew exactly how it would end. Like, she would not, she would refuse to go, and the other, her sister would just be like, fine. And then she would be a giant ball of anxiety and worry all the time.
You know, I said that very thing to Koichi not too long ago, and she reacted
It's
the
not
exact same way.
okay.
down to
No,
the
it's
very
not
tone of
because I
voice.
don't understand familial love, Cole. I just, from a writing perspective, I don't like the trope.
It's not my place to get involved, but I will say this. Try to spend a little more time with your sister.
I think
Tough
it's
kids.
overused,
That doesn't mean you have to go it
and
alone.
it's not particularly interesting.
Thank you.
Anytime. All right.
And I don't think it really does much. I don't think it adds a lot to the story. Like, I think you can keep the idea, but like, just have it take up less space in the story. It's not because I can't understand the concept of love, okay?
If only Tonegif Bard was here, he could have repaired it just like the Holy Liar.
It might be in a few more pieces than you remember.
Huh?
Oof.
I see. Sounds like it was an urgent situation.
God damn it, your box of colored pencils fell over and now you gotta reorganize all 200 of them.
Molly's going to be a
Oof.
nightmare to deal
Gotta
with
put it
now that
somewhere
you've broken her
safer,
stuff.
Cass.
I'll explain everything to her later. Stay safe out there in the Night Kingdom, okay?
But I mean, it's
I'll wait
very...
here for your safe return.
Do I have a Discord group thing? I do not, Justice. I do not yet. It's coming soon. Soon, I hope so. I'm waiting on some art stuff. I've got something big coming. And I'm planning to launch my Discord server when that big thing comes, but I'm waiting on stuff. And I don't know when it will be done because artists are really unreliable people. But you can follow me on Twitter, where I will talk about what when I'm streaming sometimes. You can find my Twitter linked in my YouTube profile. Just commission me, I'll do your art. Sorry, Cole, you do not meet my standards. You don't have Twitter? Understandable. You can just keep an eye on this YouTube channel then. It'll be here one day. She's been saying that for 2 years now. No, Cole, what I've been saying before is that like, well, actually no, I kind of did say, no, I can't deny that. I have said that at some points, but...
Well, it's fairly complicated.
To be fair, in my defense, the art thing I was waiting on for my Discord back then never happened. Like that artist just ghosted me and forever. So, in my defense, that was a thing that happened. But now I have a new art thing that I'm waiting on. You heard Twitter is scary?
We can't go anywhere without them causing
Yeah, no. You are perfectly valid to stay off Twitter. I'm not gonna blame you at all. I'm only on for VTubers. I'm only on Twitter for VTubers. So.
What if the Fatui finds out you've lost your power? Won't they try to take advantage of the situation?
That's why it has to be our little secret. No one else can know, or we're asking for trouble.
Wait, Yuki. She has a ring. It's on her middle finger, not her ring finger, but maybe she's not single.
Look,
It's wild how often artists go. I know! Like, every single VTuber I've spoken with for like any length of time has had an artist ghost them at some point. Like, it's so amazingly common. I really wish there were a way to just like promote artists who are reliable and responsive, like
I
communicate. Like,
can also step in
seriously
on
though,
Archon's
like,
behalf.
even if you
to what I can accomplish, but I'll
have not done, even if you haven't done any updates, I appreciate just sending a message like once a month. Oh, hey, I remember your commission. I haven't done anything, but still planning to get to it. At least that tells me like, yeah, you remember. You remember my commission and you're still thinking about it. That's something.
There's no need to be so modest, Dion-san. Your incredible strength has
Oh yeah,
long
Justice,
been a well-known
if you want to stay
fact.
off Twitter,
You're the pride of your
perfectly
tribe.
valid. Don't worry about it.
Archon, I'm sorry about before. You have so much on your plate. So much that you have to worry about. But all I could do was
Your little
focus on
sister
my
says
own
you're an
feelings.
artist, but you don't think so? I mean, anyone can be an artist. If you draw, I think you're valid calling your... If you just draw for fun,
myself included. Your reaction to Kachina's
I think you're valid calling yourself an artist. There was a long time I still don't consider myself a 2D artist. Because there was a really long time, like, I could kind of draw, but I never drew for the sake of drawing. I only drew stuff when I needed it for something else. And so, like, in that sense, I didn't consider myself an artist. Because I didn't actually draw for, like, drawing that much. But I do 3D art for fun now. So I don't consider myself a 2D artist, but I do consider myself a 3D artist. Because I do too much Blender for no reason.
What is this place? Hey, isn't that Atea's talisman?
You should do another art stream sometime. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like I'm too bad
This is where I store all the various
to actually like stream it for real. But it is kind of like a sunk cost fallacy. Like, I bought that tablet, I might as well use it.
Whoa. I've never seen this
Hi
place
Oz,
before.
welcome aboard.
There's so many things in here.
It looks like there are items from every tribe. Collecting them must have taken a lot of effort.
I suppose you could think of it as a hobby of sorts. In Natlan, everyone grows up listening to the stories of heroes, and physical items do a far better job of preserving those stories than our own memory. Now, I still have some preparations
You
to
would
make
love
for
to
the
see my art?
ceremony, so feel free
Well,
to take a look
you are
around in the
looking at it
meantime.
right now.
If you're curious about
This
an
is
item,
one of
I'm
my.
more than willing to
This
tell you
model
about
is
its
one of my
origins.
arts.
Alright, we'll have a look.
Everything on screen. I mean, not the game. I didn't make Genshin Impact.
This fishing basket.
Oh no,
It
fishing.
must have belonged.
That's right. It belongs to a legendary fisherman named Matavaru. I have his entire set of fishing equipment,
You know,
actually.
something tells me Maviuka has been alive for longer than a single human lifetime.
And in his eyes, I saw a hunger and a
To
strong fighting
know
spirit.
and have collected relics from so many heroes, I'm just
So, did he do it?
being a
The
little
next time I saw
suspicious.
him, he was covered in scars. It turned out the fish he sought had been corroded by the abyss.
TFW, you don't remember high WC count is indicative of infection because in your medical studies, but because cells that work in your brain be like, oh yeah, WCs are the assassin's guy.
Can a fisherman claim victory if he fails to bring back his catch?
Audire is the blended bitch. Yes, it was me. You thought it was MiHoYo, but it was me, Audire.
That was my answer as well. The experience was far more valuable than the prize itself. In the end, he didn't want his tools to go to waste, so he gave them to me.
Wait, that means you also know how to fish.
Maybe we can go head to head sometime.
All right.
This flower
And what
looks
is
like it's
this?
thriving. You must be good at taking care of plants, Archon.
Make sure to handle everything with care.
That looks like a wrestler belt.
Bigger than Paimon's head.
Are you sure you're...
The collective
pretty
of
big,
Plenty
Paimon.
are known for their bodybuilding competitions and
Oh my
contests of
god. There is a tribe of bodybuilders? Are we gonna get the actual, like, muscle bro? Are we gonna get, like, actual himbos?
association with strength might also have been the reason the original belt was extremely heavy. It was difficult for even two people
is
to lift.
Genshin finally gonna get an actually muscular dude? An actually
warrior had the strength to put it
actual
on,
beefcake?
Wearing it for any length of time would still leave them gasping for breath.
Or a muscle mommy? Okay, there's no way they do a muscle mommy. There's zero chance that happens.
So
But like
the owner of
a
the original
buff
belt,
dude.
Katera, commissioned a craftsman to make a copy identical in appearance but far lighter in weight. That is the belt you see before you. He would often wear this version when training in order to protect his waist.
Or he made a lighter version so he could wear it all the time and show it off.
If Chiriko's back in the chat, can you tell her you said bye? And I will do justice.
Do they have anything to do with alchemy?
I hope you have a great night.
No.
Thank you for
Those belong
stopping
to the
by.
Masters of the Nightwind. They're ceremonial tools used to amplify the ability to communicate with the Night Kingdom and the Wyab. Yamaya is an expert in this field, and she taught me a lot. Even though she appears stoic and serious, she actually has a keen sense of humor. The tools you see here are quite traditional. Her students found them outdated, so she passed them on to me. The contents of the jars aren't all that special. Oh, except the big jar in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what you really want.
Navayuka, she looks a little too young to be a normal human who ages normally.
It's quite tasty, although probably expired by now.
Damn.
This is a taste.
Oh,
I'm sure you're familiar with
Atea.
this one already. Atea was rarely
Bye,
ever
Justice. What are we doing here? We are getting ready to travel to the Night Kingdom, I think.
The powder still needs some time to settle. Well, what do you think of my collection? Do you feel like
And also, I guess, learn about Natlan's
culture now?
Yeah. If each item represents a different story, seems like Natlan's really been through a lot.
Didn't we already do it? No, apparently not. Apparently I misunderstood. And that was, we just collected Kachina's ancient name, and now we still have to actually go to the Night Kingdom and use her ancient name to hunt her down.
That's right. The items in my collection actually serve a similar purpose to the ancient names passed down among the tribes. They demonstrate the true shape of time.
The shape of time?
Most people perceive time as a linear concept, almost like a straight line that can
Oh.
only move forward. We cannot change the past.
Oh no.
Predict the future.
This is the complicated stuff that's happening.
There's also a different theory, one that I believe to be closer to the truth. Namely, that the past, present, and future all exist at once.
At once? Paimon's not sure she understands.
This is the deep lore.
Let's say your journey ended right
The
now.
deep lore.
Thinking back on your experience in each nation, which one would you say was the most important?
I'd have to say all of them.
Exactly. Even at the end of your journey, the things you experienced along the way don't cease to exist. They become part of who you are.
Is her
Take out a
VA
portion of
Moxie
that
from...
journey and
I don't
you
know.
will make
Tommy can
very
answer
different
that.
decisions, and eventually arrive at a very different destination. The future is the same way. It exists even though it has yet to come to pass. We just lack the means to perceive it. Of course, there are those with the power to foresee the future. They simply call it by a different name. Fate. You're quite familiar with that concept, I would
Yeah,
imagine.
Mona won't shut up about it.
Does kinda make sense. The future hasn't happened, but already exists.
It's like time is all a single moment. Like everything that will happen is... No.
Humanity
I think...
excels
So
at
I think
living
what
in the
she's
present,
saying is that
but too
basically
often we forget
the past
and
and the
neglect
present,
future.
or the past and the future are as physically real as the present.
While the pilgrimage and the Night Warden Wars lead
Is I
us
think
to
what
a
she's...
better future.
So like all of time exists at once.
Only by
And you're
uniting
just
people
traveling
who have
along
across
it from
countless
past to
eras
future.
Can we fight back against an enemy as formidable as the Abyss? To come up with such a set of rules, the first Pyro Archon must have possessed a level of insight I can only imagine.
So the first Pyro Icon created
That's
the
correct.
rules of Nat 1?
At first, he was a mortal man with no special power. After he ascended to the divine throne, he used it to borrow power from the heavens and establish the rules of Natlan. Namely, a framework through which ordinary people can ascend to Archonhood.
Oh, maybe, okay, maybe she was only a human.
We're able to determine the strongest among us. And when that person ascends to the divine throne, their inner flame will awaken. In addition, the sacred flame will grant them significant knowledge and memory of this land. After all, that's how I came to know everything I just told you.
Okay. Maybe my suspicions were wrong.
And the rules.
How is that any different from the linearity idea? So, in linear time, the past, it's like the present is happening now, the past has happened, and the future is undefined because it hasn't happened yet. But if one thinks of time as all existing all at once, then the future, it basically has already happened, but you just haven't gotten there yet. So it would be incorrect to say that things haven't happened yet.
Yes, that's my mother, father, younger sister,
Oh my God.
and the Saurians we raised.
Her mom is cute. Look at her.
I turned a piece of my dad's leather armor into a canvas and commissioned a
Wait,
famous artist
what happened to her
paint our
family?
likeness.
Your sister is so cute! It looks like the two of you are really close. Paimon was having a hard time thinking of an Archon as an ordinary person.
That still
but
sounds
seeing
linear to me.
this portrait,
Well, this is
it kinda
going
makes
beyond
sense
what
now.
she just said, but basically, what Hoyoverse really likes to do is they like to make their worlds a loop. So Samsara, that was a concept that came up during Sumeru, but it's highly likely that the entire Genshin universe, all of Teyvat, is in basically a Samsara
It
loop.
doesn't look like there was anything special
Because
about it
they
before.
really love that
Oh,
trope.
wait, is Paimon allowed to say that?
Can a loop, well, if it's a loop, Cole, it's not a line. Loops aren't lines, by definition.
A little late for that question, don't you think?
Sorry! Paimon's so sorry! Paimon's mouth works faster than her brain sometimes.
It's all right. I'd never get upset over something like, no matter what others may say.
Loops are just lines that can. Okay, that's the definition of a line, Cole, is that it is straight. Like the mathematically, that is the definition of a line.
Ties with your family. The position just comes with a lot of responsibilities, so it impacts how often you get to see them. My father made the most delicious stew, so my sister would often bring
Wait, so
me
what?
a large pot of his cooking.
Did I miss the part where she explained what happened to them?
One time, we didn't close the door.
Because she's
securely,
all talking
and the
past
Saurians
tense
who were
here.
raising ran into the room and knocked over the entire pot. My sister immediately burst into tears. The two troublemakers were going for the meat, but when they saw my sister's distress, they froze on the spot.
So she's from
I still
the
remember the way they
children of the
laid there,
Canopy tribe
sulking like a
then.
pair of children.
Which is
And after
surprising
being
because
such a
she,
mess,
like they're all green themed and she's very clearly
in the
red
end,
themed.
all I could do was comfort my sister and move on.
Wow.
You forget
Isn't
just like
that what
that?
being a family is all about? As the Archon, I made a vow to defend this nation, and experiences like that, they remind me exactly what I'm trying to protect.
Well, what happened after?
But a linear path does not have to be a
looks
straight
pretty
line.
old. Your sister
It just
must be
can't be
all
any.
grown up by now, right?
I'm sorry, Cole, but that is not what the definition of linear means.
I believe she ended up working as
Lines
an
do not
architect,
loop
an artist.
by
She built
definition.
many houses and crafted many beautiful works of art. Anyway, that's enough about me. Now that the powder is settled, we can begin. Eon's placed the ancient name up there, and then we'll begin.
Alright, time to go. It's go time.
Surely as the echoes of life resound through heaven and earth, so too shall our
Was she being
stories
metaphorical
remain
when she was saying the
eternal.
past, present, and future exist all at the same time? No, I don't think she was being metaphorical.
Ancient name, take us to your fated bearer. Allow her to answer our call.
Wait, is that it? Wait, what?
Am I hallucinating again?
Kachina, are you okay?
Huh? I'm not seeing things, am I? Is the abyss playing tricks on me again?
She's so
It's okay, Kachina. It's just us.
Wait,
We're trying to find a way to bring you back.
Everyone,
at least it means she's still alive.
I've been investigating the Night Kingdom this entire time, and I figured out what's wrong. The Wyab is being affected by the abyss.
Oh my gosh. She's been doing work.
I was waiting for the Wyab.
She's been working this whole time.
A really strong monster came in and it almost killed me. The Wyab saved me, even though its power is weakening. So I've been hiding from the monsters while trying to find a way to help.
Oh, that's not good. The Wyab is weakening.
I'm a huge mess, though. I keep hearing these awful sounds and seeing really horrible things.
Don't listen to those sounds, Kachina. The Abyss is trying to strip you of your sanity. All you need to do is stay safe and wait for us. We'll be there shortly.
It's okay. I feel so much better now that I've had the chance to talk to you guys. You don't need to worry about me. I've never been strong or special at all, really. So I don't blame anyone for forgetting about me or leaving me.
Oh no. No, we're not gonna forget about you or leave you behind. No, never.
You don't have to put yourselves in danger to
Shut up, Kachina. We're coming for you. Shut up.
You're always like this, Kachina. Now's not the time to act tough. We're coming for you, and that's final. I don't know what lies the Abyss has been feeding you, but I'll tell you something right now. Nobody here sees you as a burden. You're a victor of the Night Warden Wars, a hero of
Exactly. We're coming for you.
is wait for us to rescue you.
We're gonna go beat up the Abyss.
I'm really scared. Everything's so
Aww.
dark and creepy here.
Oh. He's just a baby.
I don't want you to put yourselves
He's
in
just
danger
a
because of
baby.
I don't want to hold anyone back ever again.
All you need to do is place your trust in us, just like you always have. No one fights alone. We're not leaving you behind. Not ever.
Yeah, we're so close. We can't call it quits now.
Also, just as an aside, you can kind of see Milani's melanin properly
Looks like we've
in this
lost
lighting.
contact. Now comes the most dangerous part. You have to traverse the Night Kingdom in your physical form. This entrance to the Night Kingdom was left behind after an abyssal invasion. Even a brief amount of time inside could expose you to corrosion.
I know. I'm prepared for that possibility.
Look.
All right, then I wish you all the best. I'll tell Koichi to be
Shouldn't
ready
we just be
in
sending
case
in
she's really
Traveler
experienced in dealing
by
with
herself
abyssal
because she's the only one?
corruption. That face you just made. Don't tell me you two got
She's the
into
only
another
one that's
argument.
immune to
No,
abyssal
I
corruption.
Feel bad for creating more work for her.
I'll go with them too, Archon. The more people, the stronger the party.
Okay, we got the one Natlan character who got all the melon. This one? Ianson? Ianson?
So much for your help,
Ianson?
everyone.
I want to say that like
It's a lot that you're willing to
it's
break
a
these
Japanese
dangers
character
with
whose name is Ian.
Now that I've lost my power, I won't
Why
be
did you
able
think about to say
provide much
sending in
practical
Traveler 59?
support.
What?
But I can still keep an eye on the
What
situation.
would bring that
from
up
here.
now, Tommy?
Eon-san, I know it's unlikely, but if you encounter a situation
Oh,
you
that's
can't handle,
actually how you pronounce it. That is actually how you pronounce it, Eon-son.
Won't happen.
I hope not.
You mean the scrin would probably dunk on the abyss? Yeah, probably. Oh, underground ruins. Oh. I thought we were just gonna hop in that portal, but... Alright, where is this place? Go, Kachina. I choose you. This is where the entrance is? Oh, here we go. Domain time. Recommended elements. Fire and water. Okay. I'll bring Bennett.
You want me on your team?
I don't think... I mean, I think we're almost done. We'll probably just have to finish this domain. I'm assuming. I don't know if anyone here has actually done the quest and knows how much there is left to do.
Paimon was imagining.
That's because in the distant past, Natlan was home to an incredibly advanced civilization ruled by dragons. Humans only established their own society after the fall of the dragons.
So these are
Oh,
Saurian
wait.
ruins?
Do the ancient rule...
Wait,
Does the
you mean like
ancient...
the elemental sovereigns? They had their own advanced civilization?
The ancient ruins were created by the dragons?
A really long time ago. Very
Okay,
few records have survived until now. These ruins have been abandoned for a long time. But with the recent increase in abyss activity, the installation...
So what you're saying is...
No. It's going to be obstacle.
That's what I wanted to hear.
It's the pre-adventure excitement.
Of course. I'm eager to get started.
Okay, but since to hurry it up, I'm not gonna let all the dialogue play out. Because yes, you are correct in that we don't have a lot of time left.
As a professional trainer, I think you could stand to build up your endurance, Paimon.
Professional trainer? Paimon thought you were a warrior from the Collective of Planning.
Well, that goes without saying. But I actually work as a sports coach. I provide professional guidance for many of Natlan's popular sports. And I don't just mean physical
She's a
training.
professional
I design
trainer?
nutrition plans as well.
Ah, so basically no
She's
sugar,
like
no soft drinks,
3'8".
Yeah.
Those guys look familiar.
How convincing is she as a trainer?
Let's go. Show no mercy.
Is she from the bodybook? I don't know.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch. Let's light it up, everybody. Attack! That's the ring. Haha. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Okay, I did not need to use all the bursts for that. But fair enough. Okay, this looks really stupid compared to how Milani surfs of these.
Quiet now.
Solidify!
Watch out! Ha!
Oh, of course there's another wave.
Guide you.
Gotcha. Quietly now. Game's up. Attack! Now this one's got your name on it. Watch out!
Okay, what did that do? Okay, let's refuel our phlogiston. Oh. The French exist. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about Fontaine.
This one's got your name on it.
Look, Tommy, the two things there are so inconsequential, like, I do not care. I have more Mystic Enhancement ore than I can possibly spend. Like, I actually have so many, I have to find ways to waste it. Because otherwise it won't let me, I'm capped, I will cap out and it won't let me pick up anymore. But brain chemicals? Control your brain chemicals also. Oh. I kinda do like the Natlan exploration mechanics.
This must be the entrance to
Like, they do make it feel more unique.
Yes. There's something in the depths of this place that feels familiar, yet also foreign.
We actually have to go in there? Okay, Paimon just needs to psych herself up. Don't.
So how many Genshin characters have actually been Honkai characters so far? Let's see. Venti. Most of the Archons actually. Venti, Navia,
This is the Night Kingdom.
Raiden, Yay.
So different from what I
gosh,
imagined in the stories.
There is more. I'm just so Naviyuka, as we just established.
Kachina here in the first place.
Venti, yeah, Venti's his counter Honkai counterpart is a girl called Wendy.
Paimon's more worried about how we're gonna make it out. We obviously can't go back the way we came.
Do you see that patch of light?
Who is the Hersher of Wind?
Shining down from that fissure in the sky.
Oh yeah, right in front of us. So that's coming from up there? Oh, it's so high up. Did we really fall that far down?
Just like I said, our real-world knowledge doesn't apply here.
And we also know the Sarsita is expected to be a Branya.
We'd have to climb our way back up to the entrance. But here, all we have to do is stand underneath the light and offer a prayer.
That's it?
Don't try it now.
Right.
So that means all we need to do is find Kachina.
Exactly. This light is streaming in from the real world. It's a link between the two realms.
The terrain looks difficult to
So,
navigate.
yeah.
And the visibility is not great.
Yay Miko is Yay Sakura. Raiden A is Raiden Mei. Navia is Durandal.
Black things don't look super friendly either.
Naviyuka is Himiko.
Be careful.
Is there something important about those specific characters? I mean, they're all major characters. They're all very major characters in Honkai Impact.
Here to help. You're the ones who helped Vichama, right? Yes, I'm Vichama's friend, Malko. I was completely lost to this realm until...
Oh my god, his soul's still here. Does this mean you can bring him back somehow?
Attempting to reassemble the pieces of who I used to be. Of course, it could only do so much.
They're just characters that they very like. Oh, I forgot. The heavenly principle / the unknown god is Kiana.
The Spirit Speaker Stone hadn't become corrupted by the Abyss. We could have done much more, but we had to destroy it. Otherwise, Vichama and his tribe would have been in danger.
Of course. Thank you for protecting him. I never imagined that, even after all these years...
So they're just reusing characters and people let them? I mean, so they're not like literally the same characters, but they're clearly like being inspired. They're heavily inspired by previous characters. You're here finally?
Turns out even our regrets were exactly
Oh,
the same.
hello, surprise baptism. Welcome aboard again.
Whether in trying.
Chaska looks kind of like Moxie. It's the makeup. It's because they both wear lots of makeup. They go heavy on the lipstick and the eyeliner.
That may not be in the cards for us, but it's not too late for you. You're looking for a young girl from the Children of Echoes, right? She's being chased by an embodiment of abyssal power. I'd like to help her while I'm still in this form. Be careful. This place has been
Paimon didn't realize it had gotten this bad.
Okay, so this is why we had to go through all that with Vichama. Because, oh, ow, what?
Go wandering.
Oh.
Stick close to me. My power
Oh,
will
okay.
ward off attacks for the time being.
I was like, I thought I had to dodge them, but... Even if they're heavily inspired, isn't it weird to constantly recycle characters like that? Huh? MiHoYo has the things that they like to recycle. No. I guess you can't really avoid those, can you? You just gotta tank it. Good thing Yalon has 42,000 HP.
Not good. More monsters.
We shouldn't waste our time on them.
True, so we'll bring out the big guns. Literally. Because Navia's got the big guns. But like, if there isn't going to be a deeper meaning, why not just make new characters? Because it's also a fun Easter eggs for people who play more than one of their games.
Paimon can't see anything.
It's easy to get lost here. Just stick close.
Like, it's just, if you play the old games, you play their older games, it's just fun seeing like the reimagined versions. Like, since you haven't played it, it means nothing to you. Like, it just seems lame to you because you haven't played them before. But if you are familiar with them, like, it is fun, like, just spotting the similarities.
Probably just my imagination.
And also, yeah, most of the characters are definitely new.
I heard it too. It was a voice from the abyss.
It's particularly the Archons
It doesn't matter.
that tend to be...
Certainly doesn't harbor good intentions.
Related. I think it could be neat, but it's weird there is zero meaning to it. I mean, it's not like there's zero meaning, so like partly like HoYoverse does have this idea that the same characters, so because Genshin exists in the same universe. Kachina, okay, you can beat him up. Do it. No, oh no, she's getting headache attacked. No, she's being nerfed. She's being nerfed. The Abyss can't fight fair. No, we must save her.
Honey? You made it! Looks like our reunion will have to wait until we take care of these monsters.
Look at that guy. He's just like clawing the space between them. He was like, all right, we're gonna let you have your reunion first, and then we'll beat you up. Okay. There's such nice, polite rift hounds. Oh, really? There's only one wave, that was it? I'm kind of surprised.
Finally here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but it has to do with HoYoverse has like a running themes of like bait.
The monster can appear from anywhere. It almost caught me a bunch of times. The YF's power helped keep me hidden, so I just tried to stay out of sight until you got here.
Had a girl. You did so well. And most importantly, you weren't hurt.
Should we start heading back
Oh no, she's taking psychic damage. It's super effective. No!
Actually,
Someone casted Mind Sliver on her. She gets -4 to her next saving throw.
I can't exactly put it into words, but something's wrong with the Ode of Resurrection. And I know it has something to do with the contamination from the abyss.
Breaking is an FMV? It wasn't a full FMV.
Archon's theory as well. Everything we've seen here certainly seems to back it up.
In the Night Kingdom, there are 6 main totem poles representing the Wyab of each tribe. You can think of them like the body of each Wyab. Additional totem poles, like the ones around here, serve as proxies to which the Wyab can extend their consciousness.
But then there was the birthright side where they can just rehash the exact same characters as new characters.
Through them, the Wyab can extend their consciousness.
I've gotten the feeling that the Fire Emblem franchise is really inconsistent with its level of quality.
Judging by the current situation, I don't think we're dealing with just one contaminated proxy. Even if we could drive back the abyssal power from one of them, that probably wouldn't even put a dent in the problem.
Still, we can't just leave the Wyab to suffer. It's protected me this whole time.
Saving one is better than saving none at all.
To draw out the monster that's been hunting Kachina. Getting rid of the monster might slow down the deterioration of the Night Kingdom.
Kachina?
Okay, it does, so it definitely feels like we're not solving this problem.
Again, telling me to abandon the Wyab and leave this place.
Well, I think we should do the opposite of whatever that voice tells her. And it doesn't sound like a good voice.
I don't plan on listening to that nonsense. Just up ahead. I'll lead the way. Besides, I can still fight, so...
Listen to me, Kachina. We'll come with you, but that's because we want to help the Wyab. Not because you don't have anything to prove either. It's okay. All right.
But yeah, it's definitely a bad situation if your protector god is no longer, is also being corrupted by the thing they've been protecting you from.
All by yourself? That's too...
It's all right.
He's already dead.
Strong as that monster, but I'm definitely more familiar with the area.
He's already dead. What do you mean dangerous?
I don't have much time left. If you're anything like my friend, I'm sure you're not
Exactly. Like he's already a ghost. What's the worst that can happen?
Thank you for everything. You're true.
Thank you. No one fights alone.
Love might be a strong word, but you do talking about a lot. Fair. All right.
Does your head still hurt?
Let's double time it.
I'm fine. You should know I'm made of stronger stuff than that.
Yuck. The strong little girl. She's gonna grow up to be big and strong someday. Oh, the Wyab's a rock?
My friends and I are here to heal you. Wyab, can you hear me? Wyab?
So we were right. The contamination is already too severe. It's preventing the Wyab from...
Okay, Traveler, do your thing.
Time to purge the abyssal energy from this place.
I mean, you're the only one who can purge abyssal energy. Oh.
Already?
You really think that puny soul could slow me down? Courage in the face of futility.
Ah, of course it's this Herald.
He tried to get in my way, so I disposed of him.
You killed
Malcolm?
He was already dead.
With or without me. Rather than worrying about him, I would urge you to focus on yourself. You may have defeated others of my kind in the past, but underestimate me now, and it will be to your peril.
I mean, you're not doing yourself any favors by giving that speech.
The power of the abyss is intoxicating. The destruction it seeks captivates like a masterful work of art. I strive only for the opportunity to see it up close. I thought this night...
Well, it's a good thing I brought Yelan, because fighting a Pyro Abyss Herald with only Geo sounds like it would take a really long time.
That is the tragedy of your short lives. You understand nothing of all-encompassing power. Ancient names, pride, friendship, all empty ideas invented to give you a false sense of self-worth. They possess no power at all. The Pyro Archon created those grandiose ideals out of pure selfishness. Anything to avoid
The primordial gift.
avoid handing over the primordial gift to ordinary people like you.
Aww.
Believe me? Then ask yourself, why is the Pyro Archon strong beyond measure?
Don't believe his lies.
Remain so pathetically weak.
Kachina,
I mean, the Pyro Archon already gave up her power, so, like, that shouldn't really be applying here.
feel that? I'm right here next to you.
Thanks, Milani.
Wow, hand holding.
Because I'm not alone anymore.
Yeah, punch him in the face.
You're right. Maybe comforting ideals don't have any power, but you also couldn't be more wrong. You've never had to work for your own strength, so you will never understand the true source of our power.
What?
The courage we have to stand before you
Wow, just dunking on him.
our friendship. The power lies not in the ideal itself, but in our commitment.
Like, you've Nepo baby. You've born with a silver spoon. You've born with an abyssal spoon in your mouth. You've never had to work for your power.
Let's go, Kachina. It shouldn't take more than two of us to handle an enemy like this.
Sorry in advance, but you deserve what's coming to you.
There aren't many in that.
Sorry, but may I please beat you up?
It's time he got a taste of that kind of power.
Alright, I guess the rest of us will just watch on the sidelines. Oh my god, we're actually just watching on the sidelines? Oh, I did that wrong.
Carving waves. Amazing.
Oh, I completely wasted that. That was a complete waste.
Let's ride. Amazing.
Oh yeah, I actually do understand how Milani works now. That's helpful.
Right here. Clear the area.
Okay, there we go.
We actually won!
No friends, no job, no bitches, black shoes, ugly color. That turns out he wasn't any stronger than the ones we fought in the past.
Estimating you two.
So, what Fortnite update is this?
Fantastic.
No, we do not mention that name here. Surprise baptism. It's actually, it's okay. Cass mentions that word here all the time.
This makes me so unbelievably happy.
Me apologizing to your friend after dumpstering them in AC6. Oof. Feel that Tommy, since your main build is the dagger comboing with the Wurger. Okay, you're doing Ice Combat 6 or Armored Core 6 combat now.
What's happening?
Huh? Wait,
My
are we
ancient
bringing
name
back
is
that other guy?
glowing? But I thought I didn't bring it with me.
It's probably a projection from the real world. But that doesn't explain why it's glowing all of a sudden.
Wait.
It's the power of... Is she ascending? She's gonna become a wild?
That was a bold move, diving headfirst into the fire to save your friend, especially in a place so overrun.
Oh, it's the
Seeing you pull it
origin or something.
was really something.
I don't know what's going on.
Everything you said was exactly right. As
Look at that hammer, though.
individuals who
Got a
stand
big hammer. That's a
against the power of the abyss.
freaking D&D paladin there.
It took years worth of scars and lots of unnecessary suffering for me to understand that for myself.
Wait, you think you thought this won't?
The Pyro
Didn't one of your
Archon's
friends that you
plan
started
will
playing with
unite us
recently,
as
the cat
one.
movie, beating the crap out of them, possibly shrinking and apologizing after?
will we have the power to defeat the
He's a
storms.
giant. Yeah, he's tall.
Tupac, a warrior from the people of the Springs.
Tupac giant. Okay, so
This
he.
during the
Okay.
invasion 500 years ago.
I've heard that name before. You were the giant who saved all of Natlan.
It's
Since you were
Tupac.
able to awaken my words
The rapper.
with your ancient name, that means you have fully embodied the aspirations of the wild.
Yeah, we found him. We found him. So he actually went to Natlan.
Under the name Umoja, you shall unite the tribes and save Natlan.
Oh, Milani's the protagonist now.
Me?
As long as
He looks like the
blood
handsome
still
guy
runs
from
through your
Shrek. The Prince Charming. You think he looks like Prince Charming? Prince Charming. I don't think he was Prince Charming. Was that buff? Also, holy hell! Look at him. Oh my God, Milani. She doesn't even come up to his hip. She's like barely taller than his knee. Holy hell!
one with our vision for Natlan. Even amid everlasting darkness, our bonds remain eternal.
Fist bump. Fist bump. Oh, she's getting powered up.
So many memories.
Oh my God.
My brain was just
She's getting the
flooded with
power up.
everything he once knew. So that's what happened.
What do you mean? Did you just figure something out?
It's a best. You have to get down on one knee for that.
Very crisis we're facing now. Efforts to save Natlan started all the way back then.
We can go over the details once we get back. We shouldn't linger
Yeah.
here longer than we have to.
Yeah. Does that mean you already knew about this whole thing?
But I had no idea Mualani was also part of the plan.
This sounds like something that's going to need a lot of explaining. Let's focus on saving the Wyab first.
I hope that's stuff that can wait until after this quest. Wait, I know why Traveler can purify abyssal corruption. Where did everybody else get the power to purify abyssal corruption?
Okay, that should be enough. Wyab? Wyab? Can you hear me?
I hear your voice, Kachina, my dear child.
Great. Well then, I'm afraid it's time to say goodbye. I just wanted to make sure you were okay before we leave, but we can't afford to stay here any longer. I was going to ask why you bestowed an ancient name upon someone like me, but it's okay.
I think you just proved yourself, Kachina.
I'll keep
You just like beat up an Abyss Herald.
answer. I'll never stop trying to improve my strength. One day, I'll live up to the hero you saw in me.
You are already an outstanding child in my eyes, Kachina. No matter what happens. You are all my most beloved children. It has always been my honor to protect and nurture you. Your ancient name is just that. A name. Much like your parents chose to name you Kachina.
I wasn't expecting this. They're just like, oh, your ancient name is just a name. I bestowed this upon you, but honestly, just call yourself whatever you want.
Are already worthy of your name. Now, you need only devote yourself to becoming a better you. The story of your ancient name is for you to continue. Just like your parents, my love for you will never change. No matter what the future holds.
Thanks, second mommy. Step mommy.
It gladdens me to see the Pyro Archon's plan move another step towards completion. But it is time for you to leave this place. The
Yeah,
situation
mom
here,
stone,
go
mom
now, my
rock.
children. Save Natlan on behalf of all you hold dear.
I know we've never met before, Wyab, but I just wanted to say thank you for encouraging Kachina. It was exactly what she needed to hear.
Uh-oh, time to get going.
We're out of time.
Are we gonna get a cutscene?
It's a Sealy!
What?
The Sealy opened the way for us!
Oh. Okay. That was convenient. Oh. We're getting control back. Ah, yes, the escape sequence. Oh. Okay, we gotta spice it up a bit.
The opening in the sky! It's closing!
We need to hurry, or we'll be stuck here.
Yeah, I know. If you hadn't let me keep my party, it'd be a lot faster than just running with normal traveler, normal stamina.
Watch out for the falling rocks! Quick!
Ah, what? Okay, wasn't expecting that. Okay, we made it. JJ can't put that scene either. Holy cow, little girl. Okay, she used the drill there. That's makes more sense than just punching it. Oh, uh-oh. 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 That's not good. What? Oh. She coming, she's coming to save us. She's coming. So much for not having any more power. Yeah, so much for not having any more power.
You've done well. Now come home.
When the sequence has all the characters slingshotting off each other and using their unique abilities, absolute cinema. Yeah.
We're back.
Maviyuki. I don't have any of the power anymore. Also Maviyuki.
But she's not here. Yeah.
How did she regain her strength?
She used it all up?
She's still in the speaker's chamber. What we saw in the Night Kingdom was just her consciousness.
Ah, so even better. I punched a portal into the dimension, into the other dimension with my mind.
Great display of power comes at a price.
You must feel terrible, Kachina. Just hold on. We'll get you to a doctor soon. Let's get back to the stadium. The pyro.
Can you imagine you realized really strong than you were?
I recommend getting a full checkup.
Oh my god, why is Paimon so bright?
What about you, Traveler?
I'm completely fine.
You always seem to do pretty well against the...
Let's get going. We need to share what we learned in the Night Kingdom as well.
Right. The Wyatt mentioned something about the Pyro Archon's plan. What is it exactly?
I'll let her explain everything. We're all a part of the plan now. Every move we make from here on
It's all
out
part of the
will
plan.
decide Natlan's ultimate fate.
Okay, we still got two more patches in this. Okay, I think we just have to do the epilogue now. When the blue hits your Paimon like a big piece. Oh yeah, why was that scene so freaking bright? Holy cow! So we're deciding the fate of the country. We do that every time. We do that everywhere we go. Cole, we're the protagonist. Everywhere we go, we save the country.
There's a lot less stuff here than before.
Oh, did she burn all the stuff to do
You
that?
must have a lot of questions, but let Koichi check you over first. It's best not to let any lingering effects of the abyss go untreated.
Thank goodness you made it back. I came here as soon as the Pyro Archon told me about your plan. Take a seat, everybody.
Besides the short stint in the Night Kingdom, Milani and the others have all some degree of abyssal contamination. But thanks to Chu's extensive experience treating abyssal contamination, the harmful effects will not be permanent. The treatment also relieves Kachina's symptoms.
Right. That should do it for now. But just to be safe, I'll perform another checkup in a couple of
Not the
days.
WrestleMania
I
bot.
have to say, though, I've never seen anyone react to the abyss like you, Traveler. It's like you're completely immune to its power.
She's always been special like that. She can even purify its power. Wait, now that you mention it, Paimon doesn't think she's affected either.
Given the current situation,
Yeah,
ability will play a great role in the
You
events to
seem
come.
immune to the abyss too.
Of course. I still have patients to see, so I'll head out.
Thank you, Koichi.
All right, all right. We might not see eye to eye, but we both had good intentions. Just give it time. I'm sure we'll figure things out between us.
Yeah.
Everything
All right.
and all's well
There's so
that
much to
ends
discuss,
well.
I don't even know where to begin. You've seen it for yourselves now. The devastation in the Night Kingdom. I'll get straight to the point.
Oh, Chaska's hat.
Natlan is on the verge of destruction.
It is a
It's
pretty
very
cool hat.
possible our nation has less than a year before total devastation.
Huh? No. That can't be true, can it?
That's right.
Less than a year.
But I've only ever disclosed that fact to the handful of people working with me to save this nation. Our looming destruction is not a recent development, but the inevitable conclusion of the disaster the Abyss initiated 500 years ago.
Just like the Fontaine prophecy.
500 years ago, all
Oh,
the
there's no
nations of Tibet were
prophecy
invaded
involved.
by the Abyss. Unlike the other nations, Natlan never had stable and deep-rooted ley lines, so we suffered the worst of the invasion. The battle against the Abyss was exceedingly long and brutal. In the end, victory came at the cost of our civilization and countless lives. Even then, it took centuries of solving the disasters caused by the Abyss to finally achieve the peace we know today. And still, this is but a superficial victory. The forces of the Abyss have merely been driven back underground. Their threat to Natlan remains as
So
real
that's
as
why
ever.
Natlan is the nation of war.
I'd never have guessed.
The problems plaguing the Night Kingdom are all the more complicated because that
Didn't
realm is
Capitano mention
essentially
5 centuries ago
functioning
too?
as
Yeah.
Natlan's ley lines.
Capitano basically said, I think Capitano's attitude is basically, well, your plan to save Natlan has failed, so I'm going to take the Gnosis from you, and I'm going to become the new Pyro Archon. Well, maybe not become the new Pyro Archon, but I'm going to save this country instead, since you can't.
But at that time, we were a nation of the destitute. Our people no longer believed in victory, nor did they hold hope for the future. Our civilization was dying, our faith
So I think that's his
crumbling,
motivation.
and the line of power passed down from the Wyab nearly severed. If we didn't bring the nation back together, it would be foolish to even dream of defeating the Abyss in the future. So, the Archon had a long and involved discussion with the heroes of each tribe, and finally came up with a 500-year-long plan to save Natlan.
So that's what happened. After finding Kachina, I encountered a strange figure who gave me a series of new memories. Since the plan was mentioned in those memories, I guess I've been chosen to play an important role in
You
it.
are the chosen one. I mean, you were already a chosen one, but now you are an extra chosen one.
And it was you.
I knew it!
But that doesn't make
I
any
knew
sense.
it!
The Pyro Archon is supposed to be human. It's impossible for a human to live that long.
She used a different
The hardest
gender
thing for
earlier.
humans to overcome has always been time, or rather, the natural
And I
limitations
thought
of our
I was
life.
wrong, but no, I was
God
right.
can extend a human's life by using a certain amount of divine power, or subjecting them to a curse. But, as we all know, Natlan doesn't have gods like that. We can only rely on our own methods. A human life is like a flame destined to be extinguished. 500 years ago, I placed my life within the sacred flame. Only by dying before my time could I have the chance to wake up again.
So, in other words, this is your second life?
Oh. Okay, so she's still actually a human, but she
Yes.
managed to resurrect
We
herself.
only managed to defeat the the Abyss all those years ago because the tribes came together as
But I mean, like,
one.
she's definitely been alive for longer than one
Natlan
human
of the future
lifetime.
was to have a fighting chance. The Pyro Archons that came after the war had to rebuild the decimated tribes.
Her outfit's from the star at the top with her exposed to... Yeah, I noticed that.
The goal was to reunite the people and restore the strength of each tribe's Wyab. Once a tribe was back to its full strength, the tribe's Wyab would select a hero, indicating the tribe was once again ready for war. The Chosen would then stand by my side in defense of our nation, just like great
So,
heroes
okay,
did
so 1,
500
2,
years
3,
ago.
4. We have Kenichi with 5. So that's one more hero, a 6th hero that we're still missing,
I'm one of the chosen?
That's right.
I think.
You bear the ancient name Umoja, the same one held by the hero from your tribe 500 years ago. It means unity. After your adventure in the Night Kingdom, I trust you've come
Oh,
to
the
fully
6th one might be the character that's dropping next patch. The rollerblade lady.
So in other words, you always knew who the Wyab were going to pick from each tribe?
Yes. According to the plan, each tribe was supposed to have been fully restored by the time I awoke. But something went wrong along the way. The 6 heroes successfully inherited the ancient names from 500 years ago, but the intel regarding the plan wasn't passed on to them. Once again, it comes down to the deterioration of the Night Kingdom. Communication between the Sacred Flame and the Wyab has been blocked.
Just like how the Ode of Resurrection...
Exactly. It's just another tactic the Abyss is using against us. The Abyss may not possess intelligence, but its methods certainly aren't easy to counter. If we want to unblock that information from being passed on, my presence alone isn't enough. The ancient name-bearer must establish a greater connection to their name. So, I've tried my best to help them from the sidelines. Currently, Shalonen of the Children of Echoes, Kinich of the Scions of the Kingdom,
Ah, yes, Shalonen. It was her.
and the Collective of Plenty have all been acknowledged.
Okay, so
by
those
their
are the
name.
3.
During your adventure, you too earned the acknowledgement of your
There's
Wyab
two more.
In the process, you gained the
One of them's gonna be
memories.
Kachina.
Less than a year!
Yes, but we have no choice. We cannot start the plan until all the heroes have been gathered. That's also why I haven't been able to take action despite the urgency of the situation.
But if you knew this whole time, why didn't you just tell me about my role in all this?
Xylophone. She is the wet chosen, Kachina is the dirt
could also
chosen.
be true.
Shorty is the body,
Knowing your
the muscle chosen. That you are the chosen of muscle.
Potential.
Lady is the
Just like
chosen
your
of
determination
makeup.
to save Kachina, I hope your commitment to
think
this
she's
endeavor
the chosen
comes
of-
from your own strength of will, rather than a
Actually,
sense of
which tribe is she from?
So
Is it from the
I suppose
Night
you're not going to tell us who the
Wardens
final 2
or
heroes
something?
are then.
That's right.
Well, one of them's got to be. One of them's got to be
Putting
Kachina,
pressure on
right?
them beforehand will only hinder their development.
But
I
what
can
if you don't
only
make it in
trust in the
time?
judgment of the Wyab. I have never believed I could solve this crisis alone. In fact, it was precisely because I chose to trust and rely on
Like, it's got to be
others
Kachina,
that
right?
we
Like, who
managed
else
to get this far.
could it be?
Natlan's salvation lies not in its Archon or any singular individual, but in us all. You're quite
Does that mean
perceptive,
you?
aren't you? I thought I might get away with avoiding the topic.
Huh? Oh, right! All the stuff you stored
She
here before.
burned
Where
it.
did
Even though I sacrificed my power, I still needed a contingency plan to ensure you would make it back from the Night Kingdom. After all, I was the one who allowed you to take that risk, and Mualani has an important role to play in my plan. In addition to their sentimental value, the items I stored here held a much more important purpose: fuel.
Fuel?
The xylophone? Okay, Tommy.
The stories embodied by those items are certainly important, but there's an even more significant trait they all share. Every item belonged to a hero of Natlan. Over time, they became imbued with a certain amount of contending fire from being carried in battle. On their own, each item's power is limited, but together, their combined effect can prove quite useful in a dire situation. By burning those items, I was
Tommy
able
is
to
really
activate
worked
the
up about an
contending fire
instrument.
stored within them to open the
I don't think
boundaries
that's what
between
he's
the two
worked up
worlds.
about.
It was a rather crude approach, so all their power was depleted in an instant, as you can see.
But weren't they all precious treasures? What about their story?
Ah, they're just
Exactly
stories.
why I dragged you all here.
Or they're just
No matter what, I never wanted
items.
the Pyro Archon.
You have nothing to be sorry for. You all deserve my thanks, actually. If you hadn't saved the totem pole, that area of the Night Kingdom would have been forever lost to the abyss. And then, it would only be a matter of time before the Children of Echoes was met with disaster. Besides, when those heroes entrusted their belongings to me, if they knew those items helped save the present-day heroes of Natlan, they would not mourn their loss.
No, I am not.
Even when you put it that way,
When
I still feel bad.
Between saving some stuff and saving the country or saving people, I'm gonna pick the people.
We simply carry them with us in a different form. If you still have regrets, let them fuel your resolve in the battles to come. Your deeds will become new legends and nurture new forms of power, just like the items once stored here.
Well, we'd still like to return the favor.
Well, if that's the case, just treat me to a drink sometime. Now that Kachina
I didn't
has
do
returned,
anything, Tommy.
we can finally hold the victory feast.
Don't
and
listen to
celebrate
their
your
lies.
team's triumph in the Night Warden Wars. And we could all use the rest, that's for sure. Plus, you'll be able to silence everyone who doubted you once and for all, Kachina. Try not to let it get to you. It's all right.
Okay, I really hope this quest ends now. I may have to do the rest off stream. I think there should only be like a little bit of epilogue left. I'm really hoping. Oh, what's going on here? Oh my gosh. It looks like in Kanomiya.
When I was young, they attract the people of the springs. Have never claimed the hot. It's been really nice seeing the children. I've witnessed their energy. Even when they cause trouble, I'm certain Mualani will become a great warrior when she grows up. One day, when I'm no longer in fighting form, I'll come here and tell stories to all the children, just like those warriors did. So, you better get busy, Pyro Archon, or I'll end up running out of stories.
Okay. If I have to actually walk through all these locations. Okay, no, they're not gonna make me like walk to each of these locations.
Our nation is engulfed in a bit irate, but
okay,
you came to me
I'm
because
going
I
through all of this.
understand your choice.
I don't think they're going to cover anything here super important to understanding the plot.
Rest assured, I'll find a way.
Man, Natlan is also just the Brofist nation. The lore, I don't think any of this is like actually important lore. They're all just saying like sentimental stuff.
So, you're gonna... What if
You can't ask her those questions and expect her to answer.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay, so that's what happened. That's why her family was past tense. Gosh, men.
No matter what happens in the future.
He didn't know what to say, so he decided to just not show up when his daughter is dying. Okay, frickin' men.
I'll come find you one day. I know I can't live that long, but I'll think of something.
Okay.
There has to be a way for us to meet again one day. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'm gonna find. So, don't forget
Okay,
about
that seems like some foreshadowing. He's on his internal journey for the milk. He just decided to go out for milk.
You have my full support, Archon.
May our children live to see such a lovely son.
For Natlan!
No one fights alone.
Okay, what's the last one gonna be?
The rules are my legacy.
War forged the 6 tribes.
Who will be the one?
Okay, so I guess the first Pyro Archon was indeed a guy.
Those who grew alongside, those who forged our... That
Maybe?
is Natlan's fire. The lifeblood of our nation.
Oh, okay, no. We're not doing the rest of this today. I'm sorry. I'm doing the rest of this off stream. Thank you all for tuning in. Alright, everybody, thank you all for tuning in. We will be continuing the stream on Friday. Should be more Borderlands. I don't know what happened on Saturday yet. Probably more Helldivers. So, yes, thank you all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all again on Friday with more Borderlands with Tommy. Till then, have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a wonderful night. Good night, everyone. Good night.